another like his, grabbing onto my soul, rising up from the mist, pulling me in. I don't wanna let go, settling in another great show. Talk of the town, right here's where it's at. Show him some love, super chat, chat, chat.
Jerks, how you doing today? You feeling as good as I am? Laughing, having a good time? The only thing I'm not doing a good time about is like all the shit I gotta do. I got a lot on my plate. It's funny, one of the it's so funny. Last night I had so much fun. I was laughing my ass off. I wanted to listen to all the shows, but I kind of did fall asleep. And then I slept kind of today because I was doing so much shoveling and so much shows and spaces and the eye drops and all this other crap. And I did a walk this morning. I basically just took a nap. It was fucking glorious. I had a glorious night of sleep, a glorious nap today. And I have a huge list. And then I see all the drama, which is it's giving me joy. I am like, and then the glare is here. Like this is funniest shit of all. I love this because this is the truth about the glare right now, and all of them. He says, just here hoping the energy of my presence might draw some views for you, bro. He wants me to win because he needs it. He needs us to have a certain amount of views so people actually care about his content. But it shows you like with the few views that we have, look how triggered they are. What other show do they go after that has what did I do? I didn't even do anything last night. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Lyra, thank you for being here. You because I'm going to address the bullshit a little bit. But I'm probably going to move on mostly. I keep saying that, but it is fun now. Like that's the thing. Like I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing Jimmy crash out. Let's look at somebody sent me this. I don't know. I didn't listen to the spaces. I don't listen to the Galera. I know they all came after me last night. I lost like maybe 10 people on YouTube, but I already like gained them back. Like people are just we're moving up again, slowly but surely. And I've got my guest list I'm working on. Tomorrow night we have a Karen Reed fundraiser. Going to be on with Calling All Beings. It's boots on the ground. Going to be a shitload of people tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that. And they'll be all watching us, quote, like focusing on if anyone does anything wrong, on how much money is raised. It just like we got fucking TMZ. Glera is the TMZ for the young jerks now. He's fucking National Enquirer. We have made it. We're the Lalcow National Enquirer because we laugh at them just as much, like him especially. 3D DWIs and all the rest of it. Um, but last night, Jimmy, I went on that space and what did I do? I basically mostly was talking about Jimmy for a while. And I gave him some criticism. I wasn't vicious, but that was mostly what I said. And then that lady comes up and her tone was like ridiculous and it was like no conversation. So I commented on her tone. And then I shut up. I didn't say another word. Leah Genduso started asking questions. And then Jimmy comes up and starts like talking over Leah Genduso. He's like, Mike, he's like freaking out. And we're all like, and I said nothing. I was like silence. Like I didn't respond to him. And then they got rid of him without anyone even saying anything. I think Nina dumped him at that point or turned off his speaker. No one even said anything. We just because we were respecting Leah. We were letting Leah go. So we let Leah go. And then I tried to ask some question. And the lady got nasty with me. She did, especially considering the way that they get all. The whole thing is they're trying to come after me about my girlfriend. Like the best thing in my life, they're trying to come at me for. Of course, I want to be a little protective of her, keep her privacy, but they keep throwing out numbers on how old she's. She's older than me. They don't even know how old she is, but they keep throwing out these numbers. They think it's going to get to me. Like, it doesn't matter how old she is. She'll kick all their asses. That's the thing. Like, she's fucking like A plus. But of course, I'm going to be protective of her because she does value her privacy, and I don't want to see her get all wound up. And like I said, you'll never see her, but I wouldn't fuck with her. So basically, what I said, at that point on the space, I said, get her out of here. Get her off the space. Turn off her mic because she was being nasty. And Nita asked us, what did we think? Nita was trying to figure out what was going on. So I gave my feedback. Somebody else said something much worse. People are trying to attribute it to me. It wasn't me. I don't even know what they said. I heard something. I don't even know what it was. But that was it. And then Jimmy creates a space saying, I need help. I need help. He's fucking very triggered. And then they were all shitting on me apparently because I didn't listen to the space, but I looked at some of the comments just to see what they were, because I don't want to waste my time. But I'll check out and see what are they talking about, just to see in the comments. And like one of the comments was they were like, yeah, he even said it was a hard time about all the doctors and the eye surgery, and it's like, yeah, yeah. I had my insurance canceled while I'm trying to do this 30-day window to get this physical. I don't have a doctor. Like, I had to do 2 doctor's visits and a lab test. There was basically 3 visits I had to fucking do, plus my other doctor. So it was like 4 visits, 4 or 5 visits for all these different doctors. Yeah. Plus, I lost my insurance because the Health Connected didn't renew me. I thought they did automatically. They didn't. So I had to go through that, and I had to reschedule everything because I had to get within a 30-day window. And we had to even reschedule the surgery. So there was a lot of, I don't know if people deal with healthcare. I get very frustrated because I'm working multiple things. I'm working YouTube, dog business, and radio. Radio's just a little thing, but still, it's still scheduling. Try to schedule all this shit. And I hate that. I hate schedule. I hate organizing. That's why I keep my shows like 1 or 2 at a time. I don't book too far ahead. But it was, I mean, that's the funniest thing is like, this is the bet. They don't have anything to come at me at. Even like saying I'm mean. People know I'm not mean. I'm not a vindictive guy. I don't go to war. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just calling the truth out lately. And they can't handle it. Like, the Glera gets very upset when I call the truth out. He thinks it's funny. It's like, really? You think it's funny I'm calling out your 3 DWIs and the fact you left the scene and then you talk down on people? And that you really don't seem to have changed at all? But yeah, I get it. You need it. You need me. You need some drama. You need something to put on your channel because you have nothing else. But the thing I really enjoyed was seeing Jimmy melt down. And Jimmy's like, I'm just mad for that woman, that nasty woman who came. She was not nice. Her tone was not nice. She wasn't there for a civil discussion. Told the truth about it. But really, what bothered Jimmy is that I had criticized him earlier in the thing. His tweet was like, "It wasn't about me." Yeah, it was all about you, dude. You'll use anything. And that's the funniest shit of all, to see you so triggered while I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm laughing like the worst thing you guys got is his girlfriend is older than him. She's wicked successful. She's the best person in the world. Everyone in the music business in Boston and radio love her. Like famous people love her. Club owners love her. Media people love her. And she's nice. She helped people, a lot of people. A lot of street dudes love her. I fucking laugh my ass off. And it's like, I'm the mean guy. I'm the mean guy because. But so what did you apparently see? I didn't listen. This is what I got a report from, and you guys tell me because I know a lot of you listened, but I didn't listen. I don't watch it. I'm not going to consume that crap. But I did get a message. Oh, actually, I'll send it to. I'll tell you what I texted Jimmy today with a screenshot that said, "Well, you certainly didn't say that anyone needed to be put down like a dog, like Jimmy said about you yesterday. He said I needed to be put down like a dog." Dude, how triggered are you? Who's gonna do it, Jimmy? You're not gonna do it. You're gonna get your little. Oh, come on, dude. You can't even fucking. You couldn't even keep up on one dog walk. Like, like I'm probably 20 years older than you. You couldn't even friggin' do a dog walk. Let's be serious. Like, fucking, you gonna do it with your little costume and dancing around in your music video? You gonna come do another music video on me? It is a threat. That's the thing too. It's like that's how stupid they are. I mean, I'm sure they know that I'm not gonna call a threat in from Jimmy. I'm just not. I'm not that kind of. I'm not a clown. But I'll keep a record of it, you know. And if anyone comes, I'll let the police know that Jimmy was the one that incited it. Like that's right. You could deal with them then, you know. But it's just like it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up. Seriously, grow the fuck up, all of you, and especially like the fact that you come at me, did show after show after show about me. All of you did, and so for me to finally say some shit to you guys, like, oh, how dare you? Like, you guys are so thin-skinned. You're so fucking weak. I remember when you ran away, Jimmy, when you ran away because the turtle said one thing about you on his show. He said one thing and you ran away for like a month. Like, and like I was one of the people reaching out to say, hey, dude, it's not over. Come back. You remember that? How many people actually called you during that period of time or reached out? I also remember when you sent a video to me of the Glera, when you made a music video about the Glera that you told me I could post. I didn't post it, but you were okay with it. It's funny. But you're saying I'm no, well, that I need help. I need help. I'm the most stable dude around. Well, a lot of my friends will call me for advice and help and yeah, when the shit's down. I'm not like one of those friends that you'll talk to like every day. I'm just not that kind of I'm too busy. But when the shit hits the fan and you need that kind of real life advice, I'm somebody that people come to. And I'll be there for them. That's when I'm for real friends. Not like you, Jimmy. It's funny because that's what I was just doing. That's why I was late too. I was trying to get my show together, but I was also like booking. I was also like, you know what? I'm gonna hit this person up. I haven't talked to them in 20 plus years, and they're fucking kicking ass. And there's so many people like that that I have in my past, and I'm gonna start bringing it on the show. There's gonna be a lot of guests coming up. Again, I only have a couple shows at a time booked. That's what I like to do. Keep my life easy. Tomorrow night, Karen Reed fundraiser. Going to be hosted by Calling All Beings. Going to have a lot of the boots on the ground. Boston Brandy, Dennis Sweeney, I believe. I'm trying to remember everyone else, but there's going to be a lot of people on that show tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to it. 7 p.m. And we got it advertised. Calling All Beings going to be streaming it. They're going to be hosting it. And we're also streaming on the Young Jerk. So you can watch it either place, maybe some other places as well. We'll see what happens. We know they're going to be talking about how much money is raised. They're going to say it's a disappointment. But the thing is, we raised 30,000 already for Karen Reed. And they raised nothing. So, so I mean, what are they talking about? Um, let's see who's here. I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm just going because I do want to talk about this Epstein stuff. There's a lot happening with that too. Yeah, my day was great today. I just chilled, you know? I did all the shoveling yesterday. I got up kind of early, actually. Yeah, I did. I got up early, but even though I slept early, I fell asleep early. I woke up early and I kind of relaxed, had my coffee, and then I went and dusted off my car because I dug out all the spots, so I just needed to dust off my car. And I went over and walked a dog. I walked a great dog that needed to go out for a 99-year-old customer, and she was surprised to see me and very happy, and it was fun. And that was about it. Then I came home and took a nap. And I'm gonna cook my steak. I'm gonna do an intermission. I might come back tonight. I might do a second show. We'll see. But I'm definitely cooking steak after this show. I got a couple steaks ready to go. I've been talking about those steaks for a couple days now. Um, yeah, what a nice thing for him to say, huh? Somebody needs to put him down like a dog. That's a fucking you're right. That is actually a threat. Nice people. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about the glare. To a degree, he wants us to have some level of success so we can because he wants that's the thing. They want my supporters and JFK supporters to go listen to them when they talk shit about us. And my advice is don't. I mean, if you feel like you need to say some comments to defend us and you can handle it, fine. But mostly, I'd suggest don't do it. Just don't. That's why I don't listen. I don't feel the need to defend myself with those clowns. I don't like their audiences. You know. Mm. Just like right now, I'm gonna have more viewers than usual because the people I'm talking about them, some of their clowns are gonna come in the chat. But again, tomorrow night, Karen Reed fundraiser, 7 p.m. I'll be on the first hour. Oh, Nick Rocco. Nick Rocco's gonna be on there. Nick Rocco. Nick fucking Rocco. Gonna be on tomorrow night. The Reed Files. That's the other thing. The Reed Files is heating up. Nick Rocco's studio's all set up. They're going to be doing some content now. We've been promising this for a while. They've already posted some shorts and things and videos, but you can tell that's going to be heating up. And Nick Rocco is going to be on the first hour, I believe, with myself and DJ and B and some other folks tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Karen Reed fundraiser. It's going to be 3 hours long. And each hour there's like different headliners 7, 8, 9. 9 o'clock, I believe, is the most controversial one. It's funny because last fundraiser they were going after me, the host. This time they're picking other people to go after, which is interesting. Maybe by tomorrow night it will be me again. Maybe that changed based on the last 24 hours. But Lana's the one. They're going after her now, and she's been freaking thrown down. 9 p.m. She's going to be on there, I believe, tomorrow night. So it's going to be fun tomorrow night, and then the next night I think at 5:30, which is what, Thursday night. Thursday night, I'm gonna have a special guest on the show. I'm not gonna say his name yet, but some people know him from some social media, um, and definitely gonna be an interesting guest. Somebody that has served prison time, that turned their life around, and especially what I like about this is it's gonna be talking about a real true crime case that's kind of in making some headlines right now. Innocent person in jail for killing 4 people is what it seems like. And this individual knows them both. So Thursday night's going to be interesting. We're going to be covering a new local case with a major attorney that people know. The attorney's not going to be on the show, but I have a feeling she might be interested in hearing it. We'll see. Thursday night, I think it's going to be a big show. And like I said, we have so much upcoming, so many guests that I'm going to be booking. I'm excited about. That's what I like. I like talking to people. And I like popping up here sometimes just unannounced like today and just having my real people here, even if it's only a 30, 50, 100. I love it. You guys are the best. Like tonight, we're going to talk about the Epstein stuff. Yeah, quadruple homicide. Thank you. 4 on the floor in Boston. I'm probably giving too much away. You could probably figure it out if you really know. It's going to be an interesting show Thursday night, 5:30. Should be like 1 hour. It's going to be quick too because they're on break from work. Um, yeah, and there'll be some other shows too. I'm going to have Carol back, Judge Carol Erskine. She's going to come back definitely very soon. Probably going to reach out to DeZoglio and some other people. I got a lot of things up my sleeve. Maybe some musicians. We might see some more local musicians that are kicking ass. We've done that here. I think we might dive down a little more into that. And some more authors. And maybe some law enforcement too. A lot of law enforcement and some attorneys. Like, I got my list. I'm working on it. Eddie Vedder, that's my dream. That's my dream. You know what I'm hoping for? I just invited someone that actually has performed with Eddie Vedder. I'll say that I know. We'll see. I don't know if they're coming on. I don't want to say too much more about that. That was the message I was sending right before we went live on the show. Not Eddie, but someone who's performed with him that I know, that I have history with, that's a great musician and songwriter and artist, which is funny. But no Eddie Vedder. But maybe someday Eddie Vedder will come on the show. That's a goal. That would be amazing. Yeah, we're manifesting it. Bruce, actually, that's you guys are funny. The artist that I emailed or sent a message to, like I said, I have no idea if they're going to get back. They're busy, but they also perform with Bruce. Or no, I don't know if they performed. I saw a picture of them together. He probably did perform with him, but I know he definitely performed with Eddie Vedder several times. But there was a picture of him and Bruce together recently. Yeah, I would be good too. But I like Bruce. I like his music. But I'd want to like if I was gonna have Bruce on, I'd probably want my stepdad to run it or somebody like that like really knows all Bruce's music and shit. Like I could do Pearl Jam, Eddie, because I know his music like that. I could handle that. Bruce would be a little too much, I think. That would be or Stone. Stone would be cool. Or the other one, the bassist, Jeff Ament, yeah. I want Eddie. Eddie would be the one. Eddie would be fucking amazing. Because I can relate to Eddie. Like a lot of his arc in a way, like his life story with his family and shit. It's I think a lot of us could relate to it growing up. He's like my older brother. That's what I always felt like with him. And like a positive way too. Not like a lot of these musicians that they have that negative lifestyle. You never got that from Ed. Ed was like dealing with bullshit, but we're gonna rise above it. And the importance of the music. He's got the love of the music like I do. I never performed or play music, but music, I just love it. It's like always that thing. Like uh, JFK said, it's his baseline music. That's what I feel like. Same with me and my girl too. Like that's how we fell in love. Like about the music. We'd go to shows. We even at home, like she would just play shit for me. Be like, you know about this one? I'd be like, no. And then I fucking fall in love with it. Morphine, for instance. And then I got to see Morphine basically without Mark. Mark had passed away by then, but in a barn with like 25 people. Like, and I and the fucking drummer Billy was like, "Hey, can I take a hit?" We smoked together. It was fucking amazing. All right, so you know what I want to do is the Epstein shit today because this is breaking news. This is breaking news today. A lot of breaking news on this. Number one, there's a State of the Union address tonight with Trump. Trump is going to have a State of the Union address tonight, which is going to be wild because I don't know how this guy's going to react because his poll ratings are the lowest they've ever been, and a lot of it's because of the Epstein stuff, and even to the the ICE stuff to maybe a little lesser degree. But I feel like the Epstein stuff, especially, has just blown away a lot of his base. That's the thing. Like the ICE stuff, I think gets the Democrats fired up. But I think his base, the Trump base, a lot of them have abandoned him. I mean, we're seeing big influencers like Sean Ryan and mainstream Republicans speaking out about this Epstein shit. And obviously, he's still got a certain base, but it's not as big as it was. This is like the weakest I think I've ever seen him for polling numbers. And so he's going to give the State of the Union tonight. And the Democrats, let's just bring this up. Hold on a second. The Democrats are bringing Epstein survivors into the State of the Union. And there's going to be a lot of media attention on this. Here's one of them, Rep. Pramila Jayapal. And I said Democrats. There's also Republicans probably doing the same thing, actually. Because it's not just Democrats leading this Epstein thing. You got Nancy Mace, Republican. You have some other Republicans. I'm going to play one of the videos from a Republican, Massey, Thomas Massey. He's leading it. So this is really actually bipartisan, I should say. That's the thing. This is like no longer Dems versus Republicans. But here's one of the Democrats, Rep. Pramila Jayapal. She's boycotting some of these reps. I think Ed Markey's on the list. He's not going to be there tonight. They're boycotting the State of the Union address, but she's invited Marjiki Shartuni, a Jeffrey Epstein survivor, to attend as her guest. So a lot of the people that are going to be in that gallery tonight, some of them are guests of congresspeople and senators who are victims of Epstein. So they're going to be there tonight. And apparently there's going to be something happening afterwards. There's always like the response to the State of the Union from the other party. I'm not sure if that's what she's talking about or there's going to be another event too. But the rep, there's something posted. Actually, let me find this. Hold on one second. Here it is. It says, I'm honored to host Marjiki Shatuni, an Epstein survivor and constituent, as my guest. We're joining the Democratic Women's Caucus to stand up for the truth. And we can watch this little video in a second, but there was something else that she said. Why did I lose it? But they're doing something, and I may air it if I can, if it's possible, without getting copyright, written a copyright strike. Yeah, let's go with this first. This is Massey. He spoke today. Listen to what he had to say, because I think this is the thing. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody's been even investigated for this shit. Really. Department of Justice is like hands off. Other countries are throwing people in jail and pressing charges.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from
This is a Republican Thomas Massey today.
Kentucky, Mr. Massey, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Congress created the Department of Justice. Congress funds the Department of Justice, and Congress is responsible for the oversight of the Department of Justice. When will we see justice? I'll tell you what I've not seen. I've not seen any arrests from the revelations in the Epstein files, over 3 million documents describing horrible things, describing unspeakable things, so much of it redacted.
It's so funny. My girl always says, you always make the same shit. Chicken pot pie. I got one in the freezer, one of the big ones. I had meatloaf the other night, and now I'm having steak tonight. I'm having the best steak around from Market Basket. You got to get those steaks. Oh, they're so good. But yeah, keep it simple. I got steak and green beans tonight. Keep it simple. That's Rose. Eat that chicken pot pie and get the meatloaf. Your son has good taste. He has good taste. He knows what he's doing. Perfect food for the winter too. Oh, you all got me. You're all into the meatloaf like I am. Oh yeah, that's the other one. Chicken wings and roasted. Usually I do the big chicken with the roasted carrots, but I also do the chicken. My girlfriend doesn't like the roasted carrots with chicken wings. She's not a fan. I don't know why. I think she saw Maz's post. Remember that? See, that's the thing. My girl is silent. She doesn't tell me shit. She'll just monitor without I even knowing. And she's not always watching, but you never know. You never know what she's watching. Chicken pot pie. Thank you so much. See, we're all. Oh, you like the pork chops? Pork chops are all right, but I always feel bad for pigs. Even though I have bacon, I bought some bacon. Actually, this time I got fucking turkey bacon. I was like, I'm switching it up. I'm gonna do something different because she always says that you always buy the same stuff, so I switch it up. I'm like, I'll just go with turkey bacon this time. It's on sale. Like, I like turkey bacon. I like regular bacon too. I like it all. But yeah, I always feel bad for the pigs. I don't know. I feel like they're too close to us. I don't know. They're like too related to us. Why don't I feel bad for the cow? I feel bad for all the animals. I do. I feel this guilt eating meat and shit. But I love it. I mean, it's, fucking meatloaf. All right. Let's stop talking about food. I love it. Oh, that sounds good. Homemade chicken and dumplings. I need to do some of that. That's a good that could be a good change up. How do you do that? Chicken and dumplings. Do you do like a soup? Like I'm wondering, how do you do? How would you? I need to see what your chicken and I need to see that recipe. That sounds good. Anything with chicken or dumplings, I'm in. Like, fucking love dumplings. I'm always like, do you got a second, a third one? That's one of the reasons I like to do the Passover holiday. Give me another one of those dumplings. Is it like that? Is it like the chicken and dumplings on Passover? Those are good too. I've never made them. I'm always a guest at Passover. They don't allow me to cook the Passover. All right, let's watch Massey. No more about me. No more talking about my food. I love that you know. I love you're into my food. You get me. Yeah, pigs are smarter than dogs. That's what bothers me. LG, you get it. You get it. But I still, why do I feel bad for the cows too, even though I eat the cows and the chickens and the.
Over 24 people have resigned, CEOs, members of government worldwide. But I haven't seen any arrests or investigations here in the United States from this Department of Justice. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, who has since been stripped of his royal titles due to his affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein, has been arrested. Peter Mandelson, who previously served as UK's ambassador to the United States, resigned in disgrace from United Kingdom's House of Lords and the Labour Party, and he's been arrested. Former Prime Minister of Norway, Torbjorn Jagland, has been charged. But we don't see any charges, arrests, or investigations in the United States.
You see that? Europe is acting against like their royalty, which is shocking. But the US, nothing. Nothing. They're not even investigating people.
What do we see? We see our FBI director celebrating in the locker room at the Olympics over.
Yeah, this guy's celebrating the Olympics looking like a fucking jackass. Cash Patel. Like, what a friggin' jock sniffer, man. He's embarrassing. That's embarrassing what he was doing. He was like, but they put the medal on him and shit. He's like, dude, get the fuck out of the locker room. Get the fuck out. What the hell? Especially with all this shit going on with the Epstein. And, he should be in New Mexico digging up. He should be digging up Zorro Ranch. The state of New Mexico is doing more than the Department of Justice. Like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Never mind the Nancy Guthrie situation. This guy's out partying with the freaking Olympic team acting like he just won a friggin' gold medal We just beat Canada. We just beat Russia. It's like, dude, go do your fucking job that we paid for. Why are you making us pay for all this shit so you can go hang out with and watch sports games? That's all this dude does. He's there every fucking time. It's embarrassing. Yeah, they're all embarrassing, and they're not even embarrassed. You see that a lot lately. Like, it's embarrassing.
Sees. It's fine to be proud of this country, but we should be proud of this country because we have a system of justice that works, and yet we do not. Who are the men that should be investigated? I'll name them right here. Leon Black. You don't even have to see past the redactions to see that this man needs to be investigated. Jess Staley, accused of terrible things. It's right there in the files. Why is he not being investigated? And Leslie Wexner. Why did the FBI list him as a co-conspirator in their own documents in a child sex trafficking case and then tell him, according to him, that they had no questions for him? Why is that? Well, the Epstein Files Transparency Act requires the DOJ and the FBI to disclose to us their internal memos and emails about how they made those decisions, whether to prosecute or not prosecute.
This is the issue and this is the big news of the day. Not only are they not going after people and charging them or investigating them, they're covering up the past investigations of these people. And the Congress is finding out about this, and the press is finding out about this. There's a major story that broke today, and we're going to talk about that in a second, too. This shit is getting wild. And this is a Republican calling them out. Republican Thomas Massey saying, you cover this shit up. You got Wexler, on an investigation, and you're not following the law that we just passed that you have to and that Trump signed. Trump signed this Epstein Transparency Act, and you're holding that information back from us.
Yet they have not delivered those memos. And we still don't have the memos and documents and emails from 2008 to explain why Jeffrey Epstein was given such a light sentence in what would have been an open and shut case of child sex trafficking, which allowed him to go back and recommit these terrible crimes, create hundreds of more victims, and ensnare so many other people in his conspiracy. Where are those documents that describe those decisions? We need justice. We want the Department of Justice to get to work, and that's what they need to do now.
Go. Hold on one second. I want to oh, it goes to the next video, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to lose my X, but I'm going to have to. Oh, actually, it was YouTube. Damn it. Hold on a second. All right, we're back. Of course, I just X'd out of what I had up. So let me, it's going to take me a second here to get set back up. There it is. This is the big story this week, or today. Really, for this week. This is from NPR, National Public Radio. Justice Department withheld and removed some Epstein files related to Trump himself. And now he's doing a State of the Union address tonight. The Justice Department has withheld some Epstein files related to allegations that President Trump SA'd a minor, an NPR investigation finds. It also removed some documents from the public database where accusations against Jeffrey Epstein also mention Trump. Now, these are only allegations, obviously, but still. Some files have not been made public despite a law mandating their release. This is a law that Trump signed. He's not following the law again. These include what appear to be more than 50 pages of FBI interviews, as well as notes from conversations with a woman who accused Trump of SA decades ago when she was a minor. 50-page interview? That sounds like they took it seriously. 50 pages. NPR reviewed multiple sets of unique serial numbers appearing before and after the pages in question, stamped onto documents in the Epstein files database, FBI case records, emails, and discovery document logs in the latest tranche of documents published at the end of January. NPR's investigation found dozens of pages that appear to be cataloged by the Justice Department but not shared publicly. The Justice Department declined to answer NPR's question on the record about these specific files, what's in them, and why they are not published. After publication, the Justice Department reached out to NPR, taking the issue with how its responses to questions were framed. Rep. Robert Garcia, Democrat from California, released a statement about the missing files. He said, "Yesterday I received unredacted evidence logs at the DOJ. Oversight Democrats can confirm that the DOJ appears to have illegally withheld FBI interviews with the survivor who accused President Trump of heinous crimes." This is a big story. And they're showing you the receipts here. Look at these documents they have. They showed her a crop photo with Trump that she says was cropped because she was concerned about implicating additional individuals, and specifically any that were well known due to the fear of retaliation. Second abuser says she met Trump at Mar-a-Lago. So this is a comprehensive story here. And then you got Trump doing the State of the Union tonight with victims there. I'll play this little clip here. Maybe not. I'm just looking at my little clip, see if I want to play any more of these. There was one I wanted to play. Oh, this one.
Her Department of Justice has caused that. Today, the world will see Donald Trump have to face these survivors right there in the House gallery and answer.
This is from PBS NewsHour.
When Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared before the House Judiciary Committee 2 weeks ago, the world saw her turn her back on the survivors rather than apologize for the pain that her Department of Justice has caused them. Today, the world will see Donald Trump have to face these survivors right there in the House gallery and answer for why ambassadors and princes have been arrested in other countries, but here in America, not a single investigation has been announced into the pedophiles and the predators of Epstein's horrific sex trafficking ring. He must answer for why the Department of Justice has still refused to release 3 million remaining files, and why they continue the massive cover-up of a depraved Epstein Class. He must answer to the people across the country and the world who see that powerful predators in government, academia, finance, and law have all been part of abusing and raping young girls and joking about it with zero accountability. No, Donald Trump, this is not a hoax. We are not moving on from this. You have not been exonerated, nor have any of these predators. We are here today, many of us in white, because women know what it means to be silenced, dismissed, and pushed back, and we are not going to stand for it.
I got a question in the poll. I just put a question in the chat, a poll question. Not question in the poll. A poll question in the YouTube chat. Poll question. Just added it. What do you think? Is it there? Where'd it go? Did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Should I air Trump's State of the Union speech tonight? What do you think? Should I air it or not? I feel kind of dirty if I do. Like, it just, this guy almost doesn't deserve any press. You know what I mean? Like, I know my platform doesn't make a difference, but still, it's not about that. It's about how do I feel about it? I want to know what you think. Should I air his State of the Union speech tonight, or just the opposition? Right now, 38% say yes, 46 say no. It's early. 15% say not sure. I think I'm at not sure. I'm not sure. And I'm going to rely on you, I think. You tell me. What does the audience think? I'm ambivalent about it. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah did a super chat. We got some super chats coming in. Thank you so much, Sarah. 5 Young Jerks memberships, you rule. And also, Marilyn, love JJ. Thank you so much, Marilyn, love JJ. She just gifted one as well. Thank you. It makes it worth it today because, you know, when we cover this essay stuff, a lot of times YouTube demonetizes this content a lot. So really, super chats is what it's about for us. I love Sheila. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Sheila. That's a good call. Sheila says, "No, Mike, please do not stream. I am not moderating that." I love that you said that. You are free to take the night off if I do it. I don't think I could do it to myself. Like I might watch a little bit. I think I just want to watch it by myself. I don't think I can handle try to stream because I might lose my shit. Like I don't want to do Trump derangement syndrome on the screen. I just wonder how he's going to handle tonight. But I want to see if those victims have any screen time, you know? I love it. I love our moderators feel comfortable saying that. I'm not going to be here tonight if you do it. I love that. Laughing at that response. I love it. I love that you're so honest about it. How many mods would you have? I know, right? I don't know. Oh, see, Sarah wants to see how fun it would be to see an ignorant and defensive he sounds. I mean, it's got to be on TV. That's the other thing. It's got to be on every friggin' station. It's got to be on CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC. I'm sure they usually do them on all the stations. Some might opt out because he's not that popular. I mean, in the end, it's about ratings for them. But he'll be on definitely some PBS. They pretty much usually all the news stations air them. So I don't think I really need to air them. I'm more interested in the response, really. I love your response. Oh, this happened today too. You know what? We're not gonna leave Epstein because I have more to say on this, more to bring up. But I just want to acknowledge this because we've been covering her, obviously. Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie gave this. It's heart-wrenching watching her. You know, we're used to seeing her all polished, and you can see she's tired. She's not. This is difficult. Every day has got to be agony, hell. And today, this family, and she does mention her sister, which I think was an important tell in this, because a lot of fingers have been pointed at her sister and her husband. This is tough. They announced that they were going to give a $1 million reward today if for to get Nancy back. I don't even know what that fully means, honestly. People are asking, but the big thing is they continue to go out there and get attention for their mom, which I think is a smart thing, especially now that the media is starting to leave. Today, apparently, a lot of the media have left. I'm pretty sure JLR is still there. Pretty sure Brian Etton's there, but a lot of the major media are starting to close up shop. Think of this story is over. And she came out today and offered the family a $1 million reward. And I even saw criticism of it. People are like, why didn't you do that 2 weeks ago? It's like nobody has a plan for when this shit happens. Like and we don't know what the FBI's been telling her, law enforcement. They may have said, don't do that. It will encourage crazies to try to extort you, and we'll have false leads and all this other crap, right? Like, we don't know what law enforcement has been advising them, number one. And number two, how do you know how you'd handle something like this? Like, there's no plan for it. Nobody expects it. I just wish people would ease up on the family. And even the brother-in-law, Thomas, whatever his name is, until we know that they actually had something to do with it. I mean, if it turns out they did, then that's different. But so far, there's been nothing that really points at them, except people, he dropped her off a couple hours before. He was the last one to see her. But then these other dudes showed up, this other dude in the camera. And that other dude in the camera apparently was there well before Thomas, well before the brother-in-law dropped her off. He had been to the house days earlier. That we're finding out that now. So that really changes the calculus, I think, on a lot of this shit for people. But I mean, it definitely could be the close family member. You never know. But I don't like people pointing at them. I think it's not right, especially considering there's no evidence of it. Until this comes some type of confirmation or real evidence at them, I think people should just stop. I feel terrible for this family. And you can feel it in this video. Let's watch this video real quick.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken.
That's the thing, too. There's been confirmation from the sheriff. He said different things at different times, back and forth. But I think the proof is in the pudding. I think if it was the family, it would have been easy to solve. Like they would have closed this up a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? The problem is they don't know who did it. That's what I feel like right now. And the first ones they looked at was going to be the family. Like, they went through all their financials. They went through everything. And it seems like this family, didn't hide anything. So I don't like them pointing at the family, especially at this point.
In the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then, of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her, and most of all, just missing her, We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad, and with her beloved brother, Pierce, and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message.
God damn. Oh, that's hard. And it's good that they're giving money to other families too, you know?
If you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
God damn. That's hard. It's just not. Wow. I think I started to play this, but I don't think I played all of this from the victims with the Congress rep. So I'm going to play this clip again. I'm going to start from the beginning. This going back to the Epstein stuff.
When Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared before the House Judiciary Committee 2 weeks ago, the world saw her turn her back on the survivors rather than apologize for the pain that her Department of Justice has caused them. Today, the world will see Donald Trump have to face these survivors right there in the House gallery and answer for why ambassadors and princes have been arrested in other countries, but here in America, not a single investigation has been announced into the pedophiles and the predators of Epstein's horrific sex trafficking.
They're not even
ring.
investigating them.
He must answer for why the Department of
what are you waiting
Justice
for?
has still refused to release 3 million remaining files.
I can't believe this.
And why they continue the massive cover-up of a depraved Epstein class. He must answer to the people across the country and the world who see that powerful predators in government, academia, finance, and law have all been part of abusing and raping young girls and joking about it with zero accountability. No, Donald Trump, this is not a hoax. We are not moving on from this. You have not been exonerated, nor have any of these predators. We are here today, many of us in white, because women know what it means to be silenced, dismissed, and pushed back, and we are not going to stand for it. These survivors, as Lauren said to me, are shaking the earth with their strength. And because of them and the public that is standing up with and for them, we see the cracks emerging. We demand investigations right here at home into predators like Leon Black, Steve Tisch, Jess Staley, and so many more.
They're naming names, and none of them are being investigated. None of them, in the U.S. at least. Some of them are being investigated over in England and other European countries, but not in the U.S. Nobody is being investigated, except like the state of New Mexico, but not on the federal level.
These courageous survivors are going to show that tonight is about their strength, about the strength of those across the country who understand that without justice, there can be no progress.
We like that.
So tonight is about our movement that will not stop until we get truth, transparency, and real accountability.
The woman on the right that you're noting the hair, she's actually from Massachusetts. Her name's Kathleen Clark. She's the congresswoman from Massachusetts. It's funny because I think it was her daughter, got arrested for doing some protest and vandalism and shit. A lot of the right wingers like really went after her about it. I don't think it was the best look for them, honestly. She also had a SWAT incident where these people swatted her house. And I knew her back when I think she was either a state rep or state senator. And she wasn't cool on the cannabis issue, so we used to like send her emails and shit, or even like try to get her to be cool, and she was never cool. Like, so it's funny. But now she's the U.S. Congresswoman from Massachusetts. So that's Kathleen Clark. All right, that's them. It's going to be interesting tonight to see what happens with this State of the Union, and especially to see what happens with these Congresspeople, because they're going to be they're doing their counter thing. Like there's going to be something going on. I that's what I want to stream if it does happen. We'll see if it does happen. But it'll be interesting to see how the press handles these victims tonight at Trump's State of the Union. And like, look at this one right here. Release the files. Like this is the stuff that Congress people are putting on their Twitters and Facebooks today. You know Trump's going to freak out today. He's doing the State of the Union, and this is what the Congress people, they release the files. That's what it says on her sticker. Oh, this Hakeem Jeffries. He's like the Democrat leader now in the House. Let me put this on. Hold on. He said something today too. Bring him up. Anyone know what time that State of the Union starts? I'm gonna look. I'll look. And it's at like 8 or 9. Maybe it's at 7. I don't know. I wonder if it'll be on time. Trump at times hasn't been. I think some of these speeches sometimes don't actually always start when they say they're gonna. At 9 p.m. It's later. 9 p.m. tonight. That's a late speech, isn't it? I wouldn't want to give a speech like that at 9 p.m. I thought it was like 7 or 8. Yeah, it is 9. 9 p.m. in the East. Going to be interesting to see if there's empty seats there. If a lot of them don't show up for it. Yeah, this stuff, if any of that is true, how are the things in glaucoma? Yeah. I mean, some of the shit, the emails we're seeing.
state of
Definitely
our
could
union
be.
under the presidency of Donald Trump is a complete and total disaster. Costs have gone up, job creation has gone down, and ICE is totally
insane.
out of control. Donald said that he would lower costs on day one, but under the presidency of Donald Trump and failed Republican policies, costs haven't gone down, costs have gone up. Life
They
has
have.
gotten more expensive
Yes, it
for
has.
the American people. Healthcare has been under a relentless assault, including in the one big ugly bill, where Republicans enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, ripped food away from hungry children, seniors, and veterans by cutting SNAP to the tune of $186 billion, and then they gave that money to ICE with a $75 billion slush fund so that mass and untrained ICE agents could brutalize everyday Americans and even kill American citizens. The state of our union under Donald Trump's presidency has been a complete and total disaster, and the American people know it. Questions?
Sure do.
Do you see any end in sight right now in terms of DHS negotiations?
We've made clear to our Republican colleagues, as recently as over the last few days, that our value proposition is simple. Taxpayer dollars should be used to make life more affordable for the American people, not brutalize or kill them, as was the case with Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy. The American people know ICE is out of control. Immigration enforcement in this country should be focused on targeting violent felons who are here illegally. That's what Donald Trump and Republicans promised to do, but that's not what's happening. They're targeting law-abiding immigrant families and American citizens. We believe immigration enforcement should be fair and just and humane. That's what the American people deserve. That's not what they're getting right now. And until that changes, the DHS funding bill is not going to move forward.
Mr. Leader, is it poor form for members of your conference not to attend the State of the Union, as Speaker Johnson suggested they'd be turning their back on their constituents? And what would be your message to members of your conference tonight that perhaps are planning some disruptions that we saw during the joint address that the president had earlier?
It's our expectation that there will be some members who attend in silent defiance, and there will be other members who will choose not to attend. And it's up to every individual member to make the decision that makes the most sense for their constituents. But Mike Johnson and House Republicans are not in a position to lecture anyone about decorum. Not with this president, who's completely and totally out of control in every way possible, has broken every norm, is corrupting his office, and is running a Trump cartel. And unfortunately, House Republicans have decided that rather than be a separate and co-equal branch of government, they just run around focusing their attention on being a reckless rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda. So we definitely aren't going to be lectured by any of our Republican colleagues about anything, anytime, anywhere.
And quickly, Gang of Eight briefing at 3 p.m. on Iran. What are your thoughts again on where this could be possibly leading with potential U.S. military action in Iran?
The American people understand that under no circumstances should the Trump administration get us into another failed foreign forever war when we know the outcome, particularly in the Middle East. It's going to cost American lives. It's not going to lead to any decisive resolution. And it's going to waste taxpayer dollars that should be spent making life better for the American people. Congress needs to act and authorize military force before any military action is taken by Donald Trump and his administration. We'll make that point very clearly in the Gang of Eight briefing that's going to take place in about 30 minutes. And we'll continue to press that case to the American people. Thanks. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Given how polarized the nation is, you all are staunchly opposed to the president and his agenda. Republicans support him, emphatically. What's the value of this speech in modern times. Just can you kind of reflect on what this speech provides to the American people given how polarized the nation is?
Well, Donald Trump should use this opportunity to apologize to the American people for breaking every single promise that he made, particularly his promise to lower the high cost of living on day one. We didn't set that standard. Donald Trump set that standard. And now he's running around the country claiming that the affordability crisis is a hoax. Nobody out there in America believes it's a hoax because far too many people are struggling to live paycheck to paycheck, cannot thrive, and can barely survive, even though they're working hard and they're playing by the rules. Now, any reasonable president whose numbers are in the basement right now, I mean, these poll numbers for Donald Trump are like an extinction level event for him. He's like minus 40 plus with independents. Latino voters are leaving him. Young voters are leaving him. Working class white voters are leaving him. Independents have abandoned him a long time ago in this presidency. Any normal person would realize we better change course because this is not working. Republicans have lost elections for 14 consecutive months with no sign of improvement. But unfortunately, it doesn't appear that Donald Trump is going to show up learning the lesson of perhaps it's better to actually change course. No, we think he's going to double and triple down on his lies. It's not going to be persuasive to the American people. And they'll probably be worse off, Republicans, after this speech than they were going into it. Thanks. Yep.
Last we heard, you guys sent a new counteroffer to the White House. Did they ever respond to that, or is it radio silence? What's the status of the talk?
There hasn't been any real recent communication with the White House. Our position, as Democrats, continues to be, listen, we need dramatic, meaningful, bold, transformational reform with ICE. The American people know ICE is out of control, and they need to be reined in. Kristi Noem's got to go, but we don't just need a change in personnel, we need a change in policy, and it has to be dramatic. And until Republicans come to that conclusion, then the DHS funding bill is not going to be in a position to move forward.
So with DHS funding lapse at the moment, there's over 40,000 Coast Guard members who are going to go without a paycheck in 3 days, and there's some members of your caucus who also called for FEMA assistance following the blizzards this weekend. And ICE is fully funded through the One Big Beautiful Bill, so is now a time to alleviate the pain on some of these agencies and allow yourselves to push forward with negotiations while these problems are solved and funding is restored?
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They've been lecturing the American people since November of 2024 that the country was in the midst of some massive MAGA takeover. Clearly that hasn't happened, but it's in their head. And so the notion that when the government either fully shuts down, which took place during the 43-day Trump Republican shutdown in the fall, or the DHS shutdown, is the fault of anyone other than Republicans. Nobody's buying it, just like the American people didn't buy it in the fall. Republicans have made an intentional decision that they would rather shut down FEMA, shut down the Coast Guard, and shut down TSA than actually reform ICE and get them under control so that ICE agents behave like every other law enforcement agency in the country. That's all we're asking for. Conduct yourself in a manner consistent with every other law enforcement agency in the country. And unfortunately, Republicans, at least to date, have been reluctant to do it. But the American people have abandoned them, even on immigration enforcement, where Donald Trump's public approval ratings are way underwater on an issue that he thought was his signature issue. That's gone, just like the rest of his presidency.
With regard to Iran, is there anything you anticipate that you could hear that would allow the Democrats to support military action in Iran?
The American people are of the view, first of all, let's be clear about Iran. There was a military strike executed by Donald Trump last year. We were told that the nuclear program in Iran had been completely and totally obliterated. Not my words, Donald Trump's words. And so now we're to believe that there's an exigent circumstance where Donald Trump may need to strike militarily in order to prevent Iran, presumably, from achieving its nuclear ambitions. Wait, what happened to Iran's nuclear program being completely and totally obliterated? Donald Trump's words, not our words. Clearly, he was lying to the American people, or he's lying right now. And so there's nothing that he can say to the American people that will have any degree of credibility at this point in time. I'm interested, and I'll listen to what members of his administration are going to say at this secure briefing. But I also plan to press them on the claim that Donald Trump himself made about the Iranian nuclear program and what the great urgency is right now that you've assembled an armada, potentially dragging America into another failed, foreign, forever war that is doomed to hurt the American people, not help us. Thank you, everyone.
It'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. See if Trump mentions Epstein, especially with the survivors there. Is he going to ignore it? What's going to happen? And to see the response from the Democrats, are going to have an opportunity to speak in response. And I think it might be Rep. Jayapal. I'm not sure about that. We'll see what happens. That might be what I stream. We'll see. I'm going to be watching. We might be live. I might come back live. If any Epstein pops off tonight, might be live. We'll see. Yeah. I trust nobody either. I like that. Trust nobody. Trust no one. Trust no one. God damn. Keep your circle small. Small and true, you know? Should I air Trump's State of the Union today? The poll right now. 43% say no. 38% say yes. What a split audience. 14% say not sure. 5% none of the above. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm having a feeling no, especially since 43% said no. 43. That's almost a majority. Almost, though. It's not quite. Oh, it's up to 45% now. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah. You might check in, too, on see what's going on with Savannah Guthrie. I'm sure JLR is out there, right? Is JLR out there all night again? Has he been there all day? Anything happened today with JLR? Just sucks. We're just this whole waiting thing. Again, tomorrow night, Karen Reed fundraiser, Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, follow button wherever you're watching us. And if you're on YouTube, all notifications, hit that all notification button. And come back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We'll be streaming it on the Young Jerks on our channel. It's going to be hosted by Calling All Beings DJ. And it will be streamed on their channel too. So Calling All Beings, you can watch it there as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to them as well. They're the ones who put this one together completely. All right. And they're taking some shit over it. I hope people step up and support tomorrow night. Some donations. Kick in some money if you can to the Karen Reed Civil Fund. Sheila's like, yeah, majority wins. Sheila doesn't want me to air it. She's not going to be here. She won't be here if I air the Trump thing tonight. But I think that's about it. I just wanted to mention nobody's been fucking arrested for this shit. They're not even investigating DOJ, Wexner, or any of these names. Not only that, they're still covering it up. They're still covering it up. And it got reported big time by NPR, and it's going to be a big issue tonight for Trump, I think, with the press coverage tonight, with all the eyeballs watching, all the commentators going to be talking about it. It's going to be interesting tonight. I can't stop the live stream yet. You know what I could do to keep it going a little longer? I could show you one of my new intros if we have it up. I'm trying to download it. We have a new intro. I was going to save it for maybe later tonight. Maybe I could set it as an outro. Let me see if we have it up, if it's been downloaded yet. Should I do the intro as an outro? That'd be kind of weird. It's gonna have the countdown. We have a new intro video.
They came at me from the shadows. They tried to pull me low. With their heavy hands and bitter words, they thought they'd steal my show. But I was born in thunder, pain and fire deep inside. Rise back up, a stronger man, no matter how many times they tried. Unbreakable, unshakable, unbreakable, unshakable.
Do you? It's funny because it's so like he does these dramatic like. Sometimes I'm like, should we do something more upbeat? Like, but it's like I'm like. Do you like it? I don't tell Scott what to do though. That's the thing. I don't give him. He asked me. He's like, "Do you have any ideas?" I'm like, "No. Just do. You're good at this. Just do it. Just come up with whatever idea you want. Do it." I have no idea what I want for an intro. I liked it though. Do you like? It seemed like you liked it. Which ones did you like better? Do you like the old one or this new one that he created? It's a wicked cool outro. Maybe we should make that the outro. It's perfect. It's funny, huh? It's funny to see the guy drumming and then playing the guitar. It's like my brother will probably laugh if he sees that one. I can't do the drums. He did the drums. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up right now. I just want to do a quick Epstein update and let you know tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Karen Reed fundraiser. Be here, please be here. And maybe later tonight, I might air something. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I'm gonna go have some steak. Looking forward to it. Steak and beans, green beans with steak. All right, I will see you later. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to Marilyn. Thank you to Sarah. I really appreciate you. Love the super chats. Thank you to Galera. Galera's trying to keep us going here, keeping the lights on. Thanks, Galera, for showing up. You're such a big time guy. It's amazing that we can get like 20 more people when you show up. You're so popular in Boston. I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. Definitely. Gonna really enjoy it. I'm not sure I'm gonna, even though I love steak, I don't think it's as enjoyable as like the smiling I was doing last night when I saw Auntie Dev lose his shit over nothing. Fucking triggered him. It was fun. Like it's just fun to kick back and laugh now because there's nothing they can do to me. Nothing more they can do. They get so upset. They get so mad. And I don't know why. Why do they get so mad when it's me when I say something? Why do they get so mad? He was was telling people I need to be taken out like a dog. Like, really? That's some strong language, James. Are you a gangster now? Is that what you're? Jimmy's a gangster. He's a gangster. He's gonna take me out like a dog. You think Jimmy could take me out? Does he want to like take me to the movies? Like, gonna take me out like a dog? If I take out a dog, the dog's having the best time of their life. I want steak and I want a movie. I want like some of the best weed around. You're gonna have to like make sure it's high end, Jimmy, if you want to take me out. Otherwise, I'm not leaving my house. Like it's got to be a good restaurant too. And maybe you got to have Eddie Vedder there. Eddie Vedder's got to be there. It's the only way you're taking me out. I'm flattered that you want to take me out. That's like, oh, totally. If he starts in your leg, let him fit. Oh boy. Oh boy. You guys are funny like me. You guys are making some funny jokes. I love it. Just let him finish. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to wash the pants, Jimmy. They'll be dirt. They'll be truly dirty pants then. He's gangsta. He's gonna take me out. Power and money? Is that what's upsetting them? That I have a little power and I have a little money? Is that? Seems like they were very upset about Nan's money. Then you do have a point there. Definitely do have a point. Yes, I'm going to enjoy it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go eat now. If all my mods are good, I'm going to take off now. Are we good now? He wants to karaoke. Do dogs do karaoke? I don't do karaoke. I did karaoke like at the Majestic Dragon and like this place in Rowley, Mass. Like 1990 something. It was drunk and it was not good. I think one of my friends probably still talks about it. That was so bad. It was funny. I cannot. I actually did karaoke one time with Michael Malta. And we actually did a good job. It was funny because we picked an easy song and he could kind of perform. Like I left most of it to him, but I would chime in. It was perfect. It was like they were shocked because it was like these two guys together. And it was funny. That was in Tewksbury. That was the only Michael Malta would have to come back from the dead for me to go to and do karaoke. He's not coming back. Maybe in heaven. Michael and I will do karaoke. Michael Malta, the king, they call him the king of pot, the KOP. When I'm in heaven with him, or that afterworld, whatever you call it, we'll be doing karaoke together. You don't get me going about those chicken dumplings because I'm having steak and now you're getting me thinking about chicken and dumplings. God damn. Joe Biffle needs money too. Maybe have the Galera do a petty stream on you and you can get some pity money. Grifting. You gotta step up your grift game, Joe. Gotta step up your grift game. The Galera can tell you how to do it. Get some advice from the Galera how to step up the grift game in the chat. He's very good at that. Your hot plate got repoed? No fucking way, man. What are you gonna do with the ramen noodles tonight? Ramen noodles isn't. I lived off that shit for a while, quite a while. You have 11 subs. Can we give Joe Biffle a few subs tonight? Let's double his subs. Let's give him 11 more. Nan's got the inverted grift game. She's here. Hi, Nan. Good to see you. I wonder if you had some laughter when he said that about me. I wonder if you had some laughter. I bet you did. Fucking. He wants to take me out like a dog. Yeah, they should. All I'm asking, just pick up the poo. We got a new. I forgot about that. We got some new T-shirt designs too. We got 3 different T-shirt designs up on the Young Jerks Twitter today. Glera, pick up the poo. We're gonna sell those T-shirts. Which one do you like the best? The classic silhouette. Do you like his face? The classic silhouette I kind of like because he's looking back. He's like looking for the dog's pulling him. He's looking back for JFK. It's fucking hilarious. And then the next one is like his stupid fucking face on, the silhouette. And then the last one is that stupid circle thing he does, his fucking colors. It's all of them are funny. They're fucking all funny. Which one did you like? Which one did you like the best? 1, 2, or 3, I guess. People are voting on it on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out which one to get. Maybe I'll use all of them. People like different ones. Pick up the poo, Glera. Yeah, he does. I mean, we watch him do those streams where he's watching Clubber, and he's never, as far as people have seen, he's never picked up the poo or acknowledged that he's picking up the poo. He seems like he has he's not even focusing on his dog. If I was walking a dog for fucking half hour, unless he poos first and then he walks him, but it seems like he does those long streams and the dogs we never see him picking up the poo. He hasn't addressed it. We should ask him that question today. What's the thing? We ask him these questions in the chat. He comes in the chat, but he doesn't answer. There's no answer. I don't know if he does it on his petty streams. I don't know. I don't watch him. I wouldn't lower my IQ like that to watch that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Okay. It's like Crawford here. Crawford is just out of his mind. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, his dog is cute. He does have a cute dog. I mean, I think all dogs are cute. I really haven't met too many dogs though that I haven't said like I love them. That's the thing. They're all different, but some are cuter than others, but like just even the boring ones, I'm just like I love them. Dogs are just awesome. I'm pretty sure you got to find everywhere in a park if you're not picking up the poo. Pretty sure any public park, it's against the rules, right? I mean, you got to pick up after your shit. It's just common courtesy. You got a point too, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to go in there. I hope he has a cleaner come in. We have house cleaners over here. Our place stays very nice. We keep it clean too. I should get a car cleaner. That's the only mess I have in my life is my car because I'm driving back and forth and I do the dogs, I usually don't have the dogs even in the car anymore, but I got an old blanket. Sometimes I used to have travel with some dogs. I got to wash the blanket. My car is a mess. That's it. Home, we keep it very clean here. And I do pick up every poo. I never let a poo go. Pick up that poo, Mike. Yep. Done. Done. One and done. I'm sure right now I probably have dog bags. Oh yeah, look. Do I? No, they're in the jacket. But I always have them. I always have the dog bags on me in my pockets, in my pant pockets or my jacket pocket. Yeah, the dogs will destroy the car. Even just not even having them that much in the car. It's true. Especially what we do, because we'll walk, to a muddy dog park and then they jump in the back seat. There's a lot of hair. But I'm just kind of a slob with the car anyways. I just, if I eat something, I just throw it down. I don't want to, the wrappers and the papers and the mail and just, it's It's my one place to be dirt, like be a slob. I'm laughing at the chat. I'm like laughing at your comments. I'm like, I probably shouldn't put that one up. I shouldn't get that petty. I'm not that petty, but I love that you're that petty in the chat. You can give me a chuckle. I am chuckling. Well, this one's petty, but it's so true. We got to put it up. That's the truth. He doesn't have a vehicle to worry about. All he has to do is keep his one room clean. We got a lot of rooms to clean here. He's got probably one room to clean and no vehicle. So he can just focus on the room and picking up the poo. You'll be all set, Clara. Lothario, I'm happy to be petty. I know at this point, it just we should get joy out of it because when we do it to them, they get so upset. You know, I mean, that's the thing. They come after you, Lothario, and then you post the shit on Twitter and they get so mad. She's so awful. It's like, what do you expect? What do you expect? You think that nobody's going to react to your bullshit because you have a YouTube show? Like, especially when you're so busted yourself. Some of these people, you know, like not stable. They're not stable. They're not people you can count on. Nobody's calling them for life advice. You know what I'm saying? There's no one that has a really successful life that's probably even calling them ever. Even their relatives. Like, let's be serious. Like I said, that the funniest shit about Will is that when he had that incident at that hotel, the first thing he decided to do was tell everyone in the chat, tell everyone on the turtle chat, because that's his status. Like, that's the funniest shit. I remember that crew used to be like, "Oh, Mike should mod now over at Turtle," and I'd be like, "I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't." That's their status. That's what's important to them. To have a wrench in the turtle chat. Like, that's your life. They're in the turtle chat every show. I love the jerks though. I hope the wrench here means something actually, a little more than, you know. It means a little more. I think it does. I think it does. It's real instead of being status oriented. And it's a weird, such a weird status thing to have too over there. It's like, really, that's your thing. That's your status thing. Like, I always hate status. I come from a punk rock scene. You know what I mean? Hardcore and punk rock and music. You know, Pearl Jam and Nirvana don't sell out. No sell. That's what's so weird about this YouTube thing, you know, because you have to kind of promote yourself and talk about how great you are and all this shit, or otherwise people won't know, right? And I started to do that. People get weird about it, and I feel weird about it. But that's what this little clique is. That's what they do. They'll puff their chest out. It's weird. Like I said, I used to ban one of the things I said earlier. I used to manage this band. One of the big songs that I liked was the lyrics were "Ask for nothing and expect the same." It's basically like, don't ask me for anything, and I don't ask you for anything. We just do our shit. If you want to get ahead, it's on your hard work, not on my status. Last thing, you know, you'd never see me at a Karen Reed fundraiser telling people I forgot my wallet and I need a free drink. I feel weird when people offer me to, like, I know some of you actually have offered to buy me drinks at these events. And most of you, I said, no, I'm not drinking. And it's not just because I'm not drinking. It's just because I don't feel comfortable owing people. I don't do that. I'm not on the free shit train like that in person. It's just weird. Especially when I'm there for a fundraiser for somebody else. Oh yeah, Masco. Big rivals. Big rivals. Played all my sports against Masco. Masconomit. Love it. Do you remember Dennis Pulio? He was the coach. A kid named Todd Frampton, wrestler. How about a kid named Mark Butterworth? He was a soccer player. He was one of my bosses back in the day at America Express Financial Advisors. A lot of Masco kids. I still got actually go up out that way. I got some family that still lives in that district, let's just say. Ah. Yeah, your friends, are they? That's cool. Very cool. Let's put this guy. Should we not? Let's ask the trolls. I mean, ask the chat. Should we acknowledge the one troll in the chat? Should I put him on the screen and make fun of him, or should we just move on? Do you guys like that or not? Because I always ask my people, my chat, do you like, yeah, Mr. Butterworth's son? Yeah, he was a pretty good soccer player too. He was a really good financial advisor. You did not like Dennis Pulio? I didn't either. He actually screwed me over. It's funny because my grandfather knew them from he grew up with them actually. It's funny. He screwed me over. I don't even want to talk about it. 2 matches he got me. Number one, I was winning against, me and his kid were the number 1 and 2 seeds in the Cape Ann League that year. And I'm winning. I'm up on points, and he tells the referee that they didn't add points on, and fucking all of a sudden it's a tie score. Like, what the? And he didn't even score. It was like he freaking like did the Jedi mind trick on a referee and created points that didn't even exist. I still don't know how he did that. That was fucking bizarro. I think it was because he had some fucking pull with the referees. I think he might have hired them. I don't know. What do you think? Let me. You don't think we should put the troll up? Or yes, some people say yes. Troll roast. Yeah, Cape Ann League. Cape Ann League. Yeah. Let's put it this way. I liked his wrestlers more than I like Pulio. What the Doc 23 says, gifted 5 Young Jerks memberships again. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. Yes, I did. I scored 4 touchdowns at Polk High against Masco. No, I never played football. My mom wouldn't let me play. I played soccer. I wasn't that great at soccer. I would have been a good football player. Mom wouldn't sign the permission slip. You guys do want the troll roast? You do. A lot of people want the troll roast. Where is he? See, I don't even want to touch this one because this is what the little trolls do. They want to bring up Betterow. They want me to, this is what it's so funny because they want to try to troll me into saying something about Betterow. Like, Jason, you're just not worth it, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Our numbers are going up because of you. Yeah. It's kind of like if you look at the channel, what happened for our channel was going like this, and then it went like this, and then it came down, and then it went back up during the Karen Reed trial, and then it slowly came down. And if you look at the numbers, I don't think Betterow's getting the numbers that he used to get with us. So, and then we went crashing down because of all the drama, and now we're just kind of trickling up. We're just moving up, bro. We got more viewers here this week than we did last week. Every week we get more viewers. We're up 100% this month. You don't like to talk about those numbers, do you, Jason? That sounds like the rise back up on my terms. Thank you for the view, though. I really appreciate it. I want to know, were you crashing out last night too, bro? When Auntie Deb got very upset? Were you very upset too? Did you get all... what did we call that? The Royal Housewives of New York or whatever? Did you get all Royal Housewives, whatever they call themselves, the real Hollywood housewives? Did you get all like that last night? Were you like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Oh. Do you like that shit? Like, I want to know, bro. Because it seems like you do. You like that fucking, the petty shit, the girl shit, like, because you're a dude. Like, that's a funny thing. I get why some of these older women get it, like it, because that's what they are. Some of these, people in these chats, they're all about the gossip. They watch soap operas. They like the drama. They say they don't. They like to pick a side. But you're a dude. Like, are you into that? Do you like that stuff? I can't believe he said that. He was so mean. That Mike, he's so mean. Oh my God. Someone should put him out like a dog. Put him down like a dog. Are you like that, bro? Really? Are you crashing out like that? Is that what you're into? He left. That's a funny thing that they hit and run. They can't deal with it. I think he is like that. Oh, wait, he's back. Here it is. I told you you were crashing last month. You should wear a shady hat. How about I wear a Boston hat? How about I believe in Boston from this area? Somebody who's actually lived in Boston for a period of time, who's actually been to Boston more than once or twice, who's hosted many events in Boston, who used to do his show live from Boston, Alston, actually. Alston. Do you know where Alston, Mass is, Jason, George? Have you been to Alston, Mass? Do you know about Alston, Mass? Do you know why Alston, Mass is kind of a special place? I'm just wondering. Or are you some kid, some guy like the Galera who's just here for like Royal Housewives in New York shit? Or little Auntie Deb? Like, where are you from, bro? I want to know where you're from. Like, what, if you're from Mass, I even want to know, like, what part of Mass? He streams Minecraft, people. That makes sense. Yeah, he probably could have hung out in Cambridge at least. If he's into Minecraft, I think they might have accepted him in Cambridge. Depends on what parts of Cambridge. The thing is, though, since last month, Jason, my numbers have moved up. My subs have moved up. Everything's moving up, bro. You like the half speed? I can't even. I would not want to listen to that. I have a feeling that's not good. Oh, he could be. That could be the thing. He does have a lot of different accounts. Oh, is the turtle on right now? The turtle is on. Go run to the turtle. Get in that turtle chat. Make sure they all know you there. Make sure you say hi to all your little friends. I'm looking for Jason. I want to see what he says. Like, Jason, do you get upset to find out that my numbers on YouTube are up 100% this month? That my subs are, oh, you're from Buffalo. That makes sense, actually. I have nothing against Buffalo. I know some good people from Buffalo, but you're not from Mass. Yeah, you don't really move the needle for me here. Nice talking. He's got to go. Okay. Jason, let me ask you one question before you go. If someone's numbers are up 100% month over month, does that indicate that they're on a like death spiral, or does that mean they're kind of coming back a little bit? What do you think? What do you think, Jason? And I also want to know, Jason, did you watch any of the shows when Bettero wasn't on? You mentioned Bettero. Some people just watch the Bettero shows, but we had a pretty big audience before Bettero, and even non-Bettero shows, even during that period of time. I'm just wondering what type of Young Jerks fan you are. Are you like a mainstream one that only showed up every once in a while, or were you like a diehard watch every show? Jobless in Buffalo? Could be. Could be. It's a tough economy up there in Buffalo. That's why a lot of them move to Boston. I know a lot of Buffalo people have moved to Boston. A lot of upstate New York people go to school in Boston and then stay here. You want me to go back to what I was. So you don't actually hate me. You just want me to be what I was then. Yeah, I get it. I get it, bro. So you're retired. That's good. I'm glad. Congratulations, bro. That's the promised land, to be retired. But you know what I got to say, like, be retired and be happy, because that comment didn't seem happy. It seemed kind of petty. But okay. I'm glad you made it retirement. That's good. But I'm not going back there. I'm not going back to that crew. This is a different time. You're going to see the show is going to be similar, though. We still have guests. Like, I don't know. You'll see. I think a lot of people are going to end up coming back begrudgingly. I do. I do. Good. See, that's good. I think you're going to, then stay here. Don't be a troll. That's good. I appreciate that, Jason. Then stay here. Jason George. I appreciate you being here then. Know that I'm doing fine. The numbers are fine too. We're moving up. We're back up. It takes a while. The algorithm it's a weird thing, especially when people try to cancel and unsubscribe you. But it's like you shed the audience that isn't for you, and then you start to attract the audience you really want. And you want me to send Jason a link? Oh boy, I want to get out of here. I need to go get steak. I'll take a call from Nan. That's the only person I'd take a call from right now. Yeah, you want him on camera? I did that last night. I've been doing that. I have been taking some of these trolls on. Jason's not a troll, though. You can tell he's not against us. He just wants us back to what I was. It's fine. Jason's not a troll. I'm throwing it out there if Dan wants to say hi. That's it. It would be like a 2-minute call too. It wouldn't be a long one, because I got to go hit the bathroom and then I got to go cook some steak. I got to eat. Oh, she will call in. All right. This show could get spicy now for people. Look out. All the trolls are going to come in. Glara's going to come in. You know, I might even put you on the screen and then go run the bathroom and just let you go. I don't even know what you're going to say. I'll be listening to the phone in the bathroom and then I'll come back. But I think that's how we'll handle this, because I really do have to go. I got to go. I've been drinking too much coffee and water. Dan's going to call in. Holy shit, people. Only if Nan drops a $500 super chat. Nan can do whatever she wants. I mean, she could. She already did that recently to me. Like, you know, it wasn't even on. It's funny because all they do is they're like, "Oh, she does everything for credit." Half the time she sends me money. Almost always she doesn't. She doesn't do Venmo. Like, and you guys don't even know. And that's not why I have Nan on. They're so goofy. They try to pick at anything. They're like people who pick the scabs. You know what I mean? Instead of letting that little thing heal up, they're constantly picking their scabs. I put the link in. Did Nan get the link? I'll give her a minute. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit the bathroom. I'm gonna remove myself from the screen for a minute. I'll put a banner up so anyone come along, they know what's going on. Oh, here she is. We'll just put Nan on. Hey Nan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I cannot be on camera. I've been traveling all day, but I wanted to give you a bathroom break.
Perfect. I'll hit the bathroom. I'll let you go. And I don't know
yeah,
what you're gonna say. I'm wondering what you might say tonight.
it's a crapshoot, but we'll see.
The Dan takeover.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
He's taking over.
Yeah, go. I'll.
It's because you know why you're taking over, because you gave me 50 grand apparently. Let's really make them jealous. Let's make up a story.
That's what I do, Mike. I pay people money for clout and to pay attention to me because I don't have friends or a life. I ignore my children, and I am merely living an empty and vapid lifestyle. And the only way I can seek validation is through affirmations from people under screen names on the internet.
You know what's weird too? is they're so like they are so jealous, the ones on YouTube, that because they're different than some of these idiots that don't know any better, but like these YouTubers and shit, like because a lot of times, when I hit you up, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm traveling, I'm here, I'm there. I'm like, you have the best life ever. Like, you don't need shit from anybody. You could just disappear. You're fucking you got it made. Like, you're here, you're there. They have no, like, the idiots out there have no understanding of that, but the YouTubers should know better. Like,
They
it's
make
funny.
fun. They make fun of me. They make fun of my life, my appearance, my age, my certain attribute of my lips, my eyebrows. They think I wear a wig. But when push comes to shove, oh, they call me a liar, make up stories about me. But when push comes to shove, I got them beat because I know who the good creators are. And it took me some time, but I figured it out. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud to not only be an avid viewer of yours, but to consider you a friend. And I cannot say there are many creators that I would consider friends. You're one of them.
Dude, yeah, I consider you a friend too. And there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people in this movement. There are some that I thought were friends back like a 6 months to a year ago, and then I just realized, wow, they really were playing me.
Oh yeah. And I know you need to take a break. I'm
I
just
do.
sitting here.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm
I'm
gonna let
looking
you
at
go.
your chat, but I did want to say one thing to you before you pop
Okay.
off. There was a creator who warned me. And you were one of them. You said, "Hey, it's going to take a little bit of time, but the trolls are going to come after you." But there was another creator who warned me at the beginning and said, "Just be careful." And I happened to get just a little too close to some of the creators, and I wanted to believe in the good in people. And I was really down for a long time because when I started to see the dark side, it shook the confidence that I thought I developed over half a century in judging people. And I will say, when I encounter people like you and JFK, James, Kevy Kev, Jay Brill, Brian LTL, and others, and some individuals on X whom I've gotten to meet, and some boots on the ground whom I've gotten to meet, I have to say it helps restore my faith in humanity. But anyway, yeah, go take a break. I'm
I'll be
looking
right
at your
back.
chat on a computer screen. I might talk some shit.
You
So
go right ahead.
just hold
You
my
you
beer.
deserve the platform. So go right ahead. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I go to the bathroom really quick.
You take your time. Wash your hands.
I will. I will. Trust me. I'll be back.
Hey guys, how are you? So all right, yeah. So I'm looking at the chat. I don't know if Jason George or if that's how you pronounce your name, is still here. I don't know how to send you a link, but if you want to hop up, I'm happy to talk some shit with you. Because I will say this, Jason, you're a complete idiot. Do you realize that your life consists of living in the Young Jerks chat right now, just trolling Mike? And I can tell you, as someone, I discovered Mike, despite what people think. They think, oh, she only showed up for trial 2. Not true. I was in the chats. But anyway, I discovered Mike through leading up to trial 1, and then through trial 1, after trial 1, and certainly through trial 2 and thereafter. And I will tell you, Mike is definitely separate and apart from Betterow. And I'm not talking shit about Betterow. And sure, Mike and the Young Jerks had great growth, and obviously high views with Betterow on it. But I think there's people here in this chat who would say, I like watching the Young Jerks for its vibe and Mike's talent and the interviews he conducts and just the overall good mood, temperament, style that he brings to his shows. That's why whenever I see that he's live, I really do try to hop on. He also airs shows that kind of jive with my own personal life schedule. So, you know, you can take that, Jason. Like, this is your life, buddy. Like, reevaluate. And it's never too late to reevaluate. But if you're sitting here and whomever that jerk was, pardon the pun, whomever that jerk was the other day, who, you know, made the stupid mistake of showing his face, even briefly before, you know, he turned off his camera, like, you're a fucking loser, buddy. And I'm not saying you're Jason George, but that's the thing. And Mike says this too. It's like you come into these chats, you talk a bunch of shit. People say, hey, come on, we'll talk to you. Just be on camera, show your face. And they don't do it because everybody's afraid. But when push comes to shove, all you're doing is living in this herd mentality. And I mean, I see it now. I don't like to refer to things as a cult or a gang. I understand the analogy of that, but I'm an independent thinker. And that's actually one of the attributes that I feel a lot of jerks possess, people who follow Mike's channel. We're just independent thinkers. So who cares that the Young Jerks doesn't have whatever, the number of people in the chat or the views that it had when Bettero was on? It stands alone. It's, you know what, Sino XL, I don't stink. Why don't you scroll up in the chat? We'll click on the link. I cannot let you into the studio, but when Mike returns, we'll have you join and we'll talk it out. Well, one thing I can tell you is if you're being literal saying I stink, no, I don't. But we were talking apparently some shit earlier about Will, and that I can attest is a real thing. Sat next to him in court 3 times. It's a real thing. The stink is real. But anyway, yeah. And honestly, two of those times I sat next to Will in court were not scheduled. They were actually coincidences. The first time I came up to Dedham was kind of scheduled. It was planned. I had, and I make no secret of it, I had offered to pay Will's travel expense, or maybe not all of his travel expenses, but I offered to subsidize the cost of airfare to get him up, because I thought, hey, you know, go to Boston. I think I even put that in a chat. I was like, go to Boston, you know, and be there to support. So if I could do that, I did it. And I happened to align one trip with him. I would also point viewers to the fact that after I did that, after he met me, he raved about me on his streams. Oh, she's such a nice person. She's very generous. She's wonderful. But suddenly now I'm a piece of shit. And you know, what he doesn't talk about is the fact that oh, wow. Wait, is that the jerk? No, that's your profile picture. I didn't realize that, Mike.
It's my new avatar. This is my new avatar. This
I
is
just
the guy
looked up at the screen and went, holy shit, is
I'm
this guy
back.
going to talk to me?
I'm back. It's Mike. I you know, because they wanted to troll me with fake accounts and my name, and I got his picture. This is my new avatar here. I don't have
love
to show
it.
mine. Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
This guy freaking out. This guy freaking out, covering his face, trying to bring a piece of paper down because he outed himself.
You know,
and I didn't even know it. I thought he was actually. That's the funniest thing. I thought he was actually Meredith. That was the funniest thing. I was like trying to shut down a video or something or do something else, and I thought she was getting her audio and video. I actually thought it was Meredith. That's when he showed his face. When he came up as Mike Kryford, so I knew he was a troll. But then later on, he came up as Meredith, and I didn't realize. So, and I didn't
Mike,
see him show his face, but the chat saw it.
Did you know? Because I happened to kind of catch that. You know, I was just traveling, and I caught that when it was happening. Do you know that this guy changed his screen name? Like, it was the same guy who was Mike Cryford,
I'm pretty sure because
and
you
then
know
he
why? You know
changed.
why?
Yeah.
You know why I know? You know why? You know how I
Why?
know? Ha- have you ever used the private chat on the right when you're on
Y-
my show? You see the private
yes.
chat where we can talk. I'll do it right now. I'll say hi, Nan.
Yep. Yep.
See, I just sent you a message.
Yeah, I
You've
see it.
never, I don't think you've ever communicated in there. Maybe a couple times during some big shows, but you usually don't communicate in there, right?
I do not.
Yeah. This guy, under every single profile he called in, he was trying to communicate with me on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I
So like
mean,
that was the giveaway. That was the giveaway. Like it
when
was
I
like,
saw
oh, you're the
and
same guy.
when I saw this happening, I guess this was yesterday or Sunday, whenever this was happening, and I saw his picture because another individual texted it to me and said I grabbed it, and I know it was also sent to you. I saw it and I go, that, that guy's got, it looks like he has a wedding ring on.
He looks like he's got little fat hands.
Oh my God, I
He looks pretty
know.
soft too, doesn't he? He's all well manicured on the beard, but he looks like one of those, I don't know, those dudes out there that hate women and they're all pretty now. They're all like, they flex in the mirror and shit. Like he looks like one
Yeah.
of them, doesn't
I
he?
mean, he does, and I think I was in your chat yesterday. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this G-rated because I could absolutely shred him. Like I
That's the thing.
won't.
Like when some of the dudes, that's the ones that I think are the most pathetic out of all of them. Is
They
these
absolutely
dudes.
are.
Like I just like, are you shitting me? Are you look at you, dude. Look at you.
Look at you,
Hiding.
this guy. I
Little
mean,
coward.
look, Mike. I really could. I could bring the level of this pettiness really into the toilet right now, and I
Do we even
won't.
want to though? Are they even worth
No,
it? Eh.
no, but
I mean, except I laugh now. That's what I'm doing. I'm just having a laugh at them all.
and we haven't. Have we identified him yet?
No, I mean, I've gotten some.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Some
some Google
hunches.
matches on the face, but we can't prove it's him. But we have an idea actually. I think actually some of the web sleuths, I think they might have actually identified him. But I mean, I'm not gonna go there.
No,
This is
we
like,
won't.
I just think using his face up here is the best, just to taunt him. I
No,
mean, this
but
is the best. I have his avatar for life now. I'm gonna use this until I get sick of it. Like this is,
no, I like
I
it.
fucking love it.
I like it. I kind of looked up at the computer screen because I'm now sitting in my home office going, oh, geez, I thought you let that guy into the studio. But now that I realize it's you, can I talk a little truth for, I was just talking a little truth for your chat.
Go ahead.
One of which is, um, and I don't want to, I'm really kind of hesitant to hop out of the app. I'm in the StreamYard app to look at my text. But what Will doesn't seem to like to mention to everybody as he shits all over me and calls me a liar or crazy is the fact that when he posted on his Facebook page back in the fall after the whole recording thing happened, and he posted on his Facebook page in one of the comments when someone had said something nice about me, and he wrote, oh, she's seeking clout. And I immediately responded to that post. I'm not on Facebook anymore. And I said, really? Like, do you really feel that way? That was the first time. This was like October. That was the first time that he ever voiced any type of something anti to me. And I said, really? You feel that way? He immediately texted me, and I've got the receipts to show it, where he said, I'm really sorry. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I'm really sorry about saying that. I just don't like what's happening in the community. This is not why I got into it. I'm a piece of shit. I took my bad comment about you down. And he did, he took it down. But now all of a sudden, he's dug in, he's shitting on everybody. And now I'm a liar, I'm crazy, I'm used as an adjective, but I know that he didn't
It's
have a
about him
problem.
though. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Like when he talks about clout, this is a guy who his biggest accomplishment is I flew in to Norfolk County and went to court. And
oh
why did
yeah.
he do that? Why did he do that? He wanted to be on the cameras. He wanted all the people to kiss his ass outside of court and then go inside court and sit there on TV I'm the one who said, no, I'm not going to sit behind Karen. I'm the one who actually didn't go into court. And Turtle uses that against me and says, Mike never showed up to court. Yeah, because I didn't need the cameras like you did and your buddy, the Galera. You guys wanted to be on TV. That's why you went to court. That's why you had that's why they had such hissy fits about who got to sit at court. I said no to it. And you know where I didn't see Will?
Where?
You know where I didn't see Will? When he came into Norfolk County and he flew into Boston? Where the places I used to go. You know where I used to go? I'd go to Woburn. I'd go to Peabody and Danvers and Dedham, Canton. I went to all these other places, these standouts, where the real people, the boots on the ground that they're disrespecting majorly right now. That's where I went, where there were no fucking cameras, where there were no TV cameras. That dude never went to any of the standouts, as far as I could see. Maybe he did it once just to shut people up, but he wasn't coming into Dedham to go stand out at these standouts. He was going to court so he could be on TV. Let's be clear on that. He is the biggest clout chaser I've ever seen in my life, that dude. And that's why he's so far up the Turtle's butt, because he wants to be part of what Turtle has.
I've got some insight there. Let's talk about that for a moment, because as I said, I had 3 trips in particular that lined up with 3 trips of his, one of which was planned. The other 2 were coincidences. On the first trip up, he bitched to me about how he doesn't like the boots on the ground, but now he's got to embrace them and how he has tremendous respect for them. Let me tell you something. On the first time I went up there, he didn't even want to stand boots on the ground. He complained about it. The second time I was up there, which coincided with him, and I was up there more than 3 times. The second time I was up there that coincided with him was April of 2025. I've got pictures to show it. I think we stood out on April 13th. I went to the Dedham Legacy Place standout. It was a Sunday morning after a Karen Reed private
Great
fundraiser.
crew, isn't it? I enjoy that more than going to hang out in the TV cameras.
It is.
I went to court a few times outside. I had more fun with the people in Dedham, the people in Peabody, the people in Danvers, the people in Woburn, all those different ones. I went to Canton. I'm sure I'm missing some other ones, but I went to a lot of standouts. I was I wouldn't say I was like boots on the ground, but I would go. I tried to spread myself out too, and I tried to go to the places where they didn't have as many people.
Yep.
You know?
I stood out several times. I know I stood out in Dedham at Legacy Place 2 or 3 times. And then my other standouts aligned with being outside of the Norfolk County courthouse, because that's just what aligned with my trip. I'm not from that area. But the second time I went, which coincided by coincidence with Will, I was at the standout with all of the people. It was cold, it was rainy, and I had traveled from Waltham. I was staying in a hotel in Waltham, and I got there and I stood out for a couple hours with them. Will was staying at the hotel, the Holiday Inn, right behind.
Yeah, he was right next to it.
And he showed up for like the last 10 minutes of it. The last 10 minutes of it.
It tells you everything right there.
It tells me everything.
He was staying right where they do the standouts, and he came for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And, like, what will you never see, Will, too, is places where I, have seen you on social media and things that I did, too, which was go to some of these fundraisers that, again, where Karen and her family would not be. If there was a fundraiser with Karen or the lawyers, they were going to be there, Will would be there. But you go to some of these other fundraisers, like you'd go to, I know the one that they do in Stoneham. I saw you at.
Yeah, the nacho night. I went to 3 nacho nights.
No VIPs there, right? There was no. You weren't there for Yannetti or Jackson. You didn't go there for them, though, right?
That's correct. But on 2 of the times I went, I happened to plan my visit to 2 of those nacho nights, one with JFK I went and he showed up as well. I knew he was going, but I didn't go to see him. I asked him to go, and the other time was with James Jackson, and it was great. I really enjoyed the time there, and I met a certain special person at my first nacho night there. So,
Who-
I
It's
hold
your
JJ.
boyfriend. Your
I,
so but when I say VIPs, JFK to me is a friend. Like so, and I would kind of consider him a VIP in a certain respect because of who he is. But I mean like Karen wasn't there. Her
no,
family
no,
wasn't there. Alan Jackson wasn't there, right?
no,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I was
Yanetti wasn't there.
no, and I
No.
would never. I was
Those are the only
actually
fundraisers Will went to. Like that. Let's be clear. Like that's how Will determined where he went. So we want to
yes,
talk
and
about clout. You would go to events where you were actually the VIP. Like
that's
that's the thing. Like that's what I would do too. Is I would show up at these ones that didn't have people showing up.
I
So
don't,
I was the VIP. I was the draw,
and
apparently.
that's the
Not that I'm a big
interesting.
draw, not that I'm a VIP, but I'm just saying that's the difference between them and us. Is everything for them is about clout and calculation. Like there was a big party that they held with all of those VIPs. I didn't go to that one either. There's a
Right.
lot of them. Yeah, I don't do things for clout. Like I don't need to. I never have.
But what's funny to me? Like I still don't, and I never have thought of myself as a VIP. In
I
fact,
know.
when I went to that first nacho night in May of 2025, there was probably over 100 people there. I cannot say they were there to meet me. And JFK went that night too, but I was completely overwhelmed. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there are so many people here." But I will tell you, not once did I think, "Oh, these people are here for me." I was so happy to meet people and find out about their walks of life and their experience with when they became interested in the Karen Reed case and the death of Officer John O'Keefe. Like I wanted to hear that, not, hey, what do you think of me? And people ask to take pictures. That's great, but to me, I'm just like, let's talk about why we're all here. And another point on this, not just with nacho nights, who the fuck gives a shit when anyone became interested in this case or how anyone became interested in this case? I get criticized left and right. Oh, she only showed up for trial 2, or she only showed up to get attention. There are people in that group, the other group, who entered the scene right
The
before
second trial.
right before
Or
trial 2.
some of
One
them
of
after trial too.
Right.
Like
And
look at he doesn't say that about his buddy Ray.
no,
He
he
doesn't
doesn't
say
say
that
that
about the
about Ray.
chat rats.
And
Like
I don't mean to disparage this woman who I'm about to name, but by her own admission, Emily C. entered the scene in April of
yeah, they don't say that about
2025.
her. They don't say
April
that
of
about her.
2025. So who cares? I don't care if someone became interested in the case after trial 2, as long as they come to it with an open heart, kindness, respect for people, and they just respect everyone. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about clicks and views and subscribers and ups and downs. And I know I'm not a creator, but I say it doesn't matter. It's about engagement and community. Let's not forget that a primary part of the word community is unity. Okay, let's have some unity. Let's stop tearing people down. Let's build each other up, because Karen does need support, whether it's financial or just the groundswell of support leading into, and we're really at the onset of the civil litigations that are pending. And when we talk about some of the behavior, and a lot of people say, "Oh my God, Mike, you're being petty," or "Nan, you're being petty. You're insulting Jess Machado and this and that." Yeah. So I'm going to go on record right now and say this: when someone gets hung out to dry, insulted, and just disparaged for their physical appearance, their motivations, what they're seeking, what they're not seeking, why they're doing what they're doing, who's lost subs, who hasn't. When it has gone on for months and months and months, everybody hits their breaking point. And the answer does not have to be log off the internet, close out your social media page, stop streaming on a channel. No, that's ridiculous. We matter too. Everybody matters. But what has happened because of the stupid recording, and I saw someone posted in your chat a few minutes ago, hey, can we talk about the recording? I mean, I don't know all the particulars of it. What I can tell everyone is my view, yeah, she was surreptitiously and unlawfully recorded without her knowledge. She went to at least one creator, asked about it, who basically turned his back on her. And now the story has changed multiple times. You know, there is no recording. Now there is a recording. Yeah, I recorded her. This is why I did it. She was crazy. They've shit on her fundraisers. They've competed with her fundraisers. What are you guys doing? Like, I really do hope that they sit and look in a mirror and say, am I helping? And the biggest, most puzzling piece of all of this to me is that these people shit all over her, compete with her fundraisers, call her the C word, tell people she's crazy and this is why she was recorded, all of this. But they're happy to pick over anything that comes out about her like vultures, whether it's the rotten mango,
Drives me nuts. Yeah. The other
right?
thing that
Like,
drives me totally nuts about these clowns is that they lied to their audience. And a lot of
correct.
the audience said, "Oh, it's fine. You lied to us. We'll pretend you didn't lie to us." They lied. They knew about it. And you know what? Like, it's one thing to say, I don't want to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to ignore it. It's too personal to me. There's too much bullshit. I don't want to get involved. Okay. Some people are like that. But other people went up and lied. They lied. They lied
did.
about it, and they knew about it. And it's despicable in my opinion, and it's like unforgivable. And
It
they're
is.
still lying about it. They're just lying, and it's just how gross can you be to go up and lie? You're a liar. Like
But
that's the thing. You're telling us how we should be. We're not liars. We don't lie. Like that's it. Like that's the one thing on this platform. You should not be a fucking liar.
And the
It's
audience,
not a high bar.
and I don't want to insult audiences because I am an audience member. But I really cannot believe that the audiences for some of these individuals are just happy to look the other way, ignore the fact that they were lied to, and simply say, yeah, I'm going to watch this. I want to watch the drama. And they put a lot of it behind paywalls, and people pay their money to hear these creators. And I don't even want to call them creators because they don't create anything.
Yeah,
They
they're just
just,
liars. That's what they
right.
are. They're paid liars. That's what
They're
they are. They're
they're paid
propagandists and
liars.
liars. And
Right. And
they're circus performers. That's what
they
they
just
are.
gobble.
Some of them actually sing and dance. I mean,
Yeah.
literally sing and dance, and that's what they are. And that's what the glare is with his little uniform. He puts his Superman shirt on. He's got the I got to get the Boston hat on. These guys are actors and paid performers. That's what they are. Because when you, and especially when they talk to us like we have no credibility because of the views, dude, we have way more credibility than you because we didn't lie to our audience.
I
And long
agree.
term, I think a lot of the audience is going to get that. Eventually, some of these people slowly but surely start to wake up. That's why we have more views here than we did last week. That's why JFK is thriving right now. That's why LTL is doing fine right now. It's like people are starting to get it.
And I posted on X a few weeks ago. I said, wow, my inbox on X kind of blew up a few weeks back, and it still has because people are like, hey, what turned you? What changed your mind? And I will tell you, like, I tried to stay neutral. I did. I
I know we all
tried
did.
for
I did too. I
and
mean, to a degree. I mean,
right.
I felt like even back then, I felt like this was an internal issue between Turtle Boy and Karen.
Hmm.
And I was going to support Karen, but I didn't want to go to war over it. And
I agree.
I felt like I was mostly going to be somewhat neutral on it. And my biggest issue is the glare was going in JFK's chat, who was just asking questions and going to lie and making it worse and pouring gasoline on it. And it's like, if you're smart, Turtle Boy, this is the last guy you want speaking for you. And instead of attacking the guy who's pouring gasoline and making it worse by lying on it, he attacked me. He attacked me. So it's like,
Right.
that just, like, I can't do the buffoonery. I'm not an idiot. I'm not like a
No.
sucker. I'm not gonna go to town for you because you've got 160,000, followers, while you're lying to your audience, and
Yeah.
you're you're being a piece of shit. Like, let's be serious. All the shit that's gone on is low life shit. Like, they talk about, oh, ratchets and ratchet madness. That's ratchet shit.
It
You're lying into
is.
your fucking audience. That's being a ratchet, right? That's the definition of ratchet it is. When
Oh,
you're fucking conning your audience.
conning your
Like,
audience, and
who's the real
also,
ratchet madness? Like, it's like the whole crew of them are exact. Like, and that's the thing. Will should have won ratchet madness. 3 DWIs, leaving the scene of the accident, no insurance, fled the police, evading the police was the charge. I mean, no registration, no license, caused an accident, left the scene, 3rd DWI. I mean, that is ratchet. That's
well,
fucking ratchet.
I happen to, and I don't always, but I happen to be listening to Will's stream while I was getting ready to go to the airport this morning. I listened on replay to part of it because he was talking about you, and you are my friend, and I wanted to hear what he was spewing. And he denied the allegations of, I don't know if he denied all of them, but he seems to think you've got it all wrong about him. I mean, I've seen a bunch
The
of
article, I
documents.
read the newspaper. That's what the newspaper said. What's wrong about the newspaper? Why did he plead out? What was
Well, for
like?
somebody who demands receipts, like
Yeah,
he's
I
not
have a receipt. I have a newspaper story. Why didn't he
right.
sue the news? Why didn't he sue the newspaper or demand a retraction or write a letter to the editor? Every newspaper allows you to correct the record. You can
Agreed,
call
but
the person who wrote the story. You can actually write a letter to the editor, and a lot of times they'll publish it. Why did he do that? Like, why would a story come out in print and it's not correct? I'm not buying that. How does he say that's not a correct story?
I agree. And why is he not producing evidence as to what is the correct story? Because there is a history there with him. We've seen a lot of it. It's unfortunate that it's gotten out there, in my opinion, but it's out there because he's taken it upon himself to get petty and shit on good people. What he should do is just put his head down and start creating content that does not mirror Aiden, whose butt cheeks his nose is so far up of. He should just start creating content. There's a reason, and unfortunately for him, I know a lot of it because some people in the true crime community have taken it upon themselves to reach out to me. There is a reason that Will the Glarer hops from true crime community to true crime community. He knows the reason. He's not talking
Wait, is
about
this
it.
true? If this is true, I want to know, because I would retract. Because I've seen plenty of people share that article. This dude is saying the article is from New Jersey and it's a different person. He does
I
have a
don't know.
DUI though. Huh.
I cannot
See,
speak
if
to
that's
that.
the case, I would retract because I thought that was real. That's what everyone's been posting. That's what other people have posted. If that's not real, he should explain. Like, because
I
I saw
wouldn't
someone do
know.
that to me once too. It is not right. Like, if it's not him, I want to know.
To be honest with you, like, I don't know anything about that. I've seen
I'm
other
not a liar.
documents posted that are related to him.
I know.
And they're quite troubling to me. But honestly, I don't know, and I take no opinion on that. I can just tell you, I'm not defaming him when I give an opinion that he's just a bad person.
And
And
the other thing too that doesn't match. Like, if that's not true, why doesn't he have a license?
oh
Like,
yeah,
you
oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, like, I'm not buying that. I don't know. I know people want to buy it that he never lived in New Jersey, but I thought he did. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm gonna
don't
have to do
know.
more research now. Let me look up William Lange and do a little research and see if he did actually live in New Jersey. I don't know.
But I would also like to just take this opportunity, and I don't want to, make your evening grow long in the tooth, but I will take this opportunity to say what some of these people have done concerning Alex, the gentleman who came forward on the JFK show concerning his past experience, is atrocious to me. Whether or not Alex is telling the truth, which a polygraph has said that it is hold that aside. Whether or not what he's telling is the truth or not, it's disgusting to me that this herd mentality is all grouping together to gang up on him, to undermine him, to say he's a liar because he has a criminal background. That's absolutely disgusting to me. Let it play out with law enforcement. And I will tell everyone I have firsthand information as to that polygraph, and I will tell you it is 100% legitimate. So I do not represent Alex. I do not represent JFK and his crew, but I can tell you that it is absolutely a legitimate polygraph test. So why are people making a point of disparaging a victim of the most atrocious crime, in my opinion, that there is? And it really touches a place in my heart deeply on a personal level. And I can tell you, like, how do these people sleep at night and look themselves in the mirror? Let it play out. Don't call a polygrapher. Don't say, well, hey, because you're from Barbados by birth, that you're not a certified polygrapher. Like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and it's disgusting. What if it was your child or your sibling? What if it was you? What if it was someone who you know personally or you care about? Would you sit here and just put your reputation, your credibility, and your neck on the line because this man came forward and disparaged Ray from Dallas, who they've never met? They've known of his existence for a handful of months. Like, this is absolutely bizarre to me. And simply put, everyone should just issue, not only, in my opinion, apologies, but they should just simply say, you know what? We prejudged him. There's a polygraph. He put some of it out there. Let it play out in the law enforcement proceeding, but let's bow out at this time. It's not too late to do that. And JFK and the guys are asking questions. That's all they're doing, whether it was involving Alex, whether it's involving Ray from Dallas, whether it's involving the recording. That's all they're doing. That's how JFK and his crew, and I don't mean to not mention their names, but there's, 4 of them, and now Chimmy Speaks is with them too. This is how they express themselves, and I relate to it. I can't consider myself a long gamer, or long gamer, as you guys say. I started watching them in or about March, maybe February of 2025. And I really enjoy the manner in which JFK and the crew, and also on James Jackson's channel, in which they express themselves. And as far as James and JFK are concerned, I have gotten the opportunity and the honor to meet them several times, to get to know them. I've met Kevy Kev, I've met Jay Brill. These are good men. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, these are people who I would normally have met. If I hadn't entered the Free Karen Reed movement, I probably never would have had an opportunity to encounter people like them. I just don't have that type of experience. I live a very sheltered lifestyle, but they're good men. I've sat at a dinner table with JFK and James and cried about my experience with online harassment. And they were both perfect gentlemen and comforted me about it. Like, these are good guys who are asking questions, and they don't deserve to be raked over the coals and treated like a punchline because they felt it necessary to ask some questions. If anybody else surreptitiously recorded Karen Reed The other crew would have been all over it. But suddenly it's nope, we've got to deflect, we've got to lie, we've got to pretend we're not talking about it, we're going to go drama free. It's disgusting. So, to anyone who does watch this now or watch it on replay, or if it gets clipped up and put on social media, look yourselves in the mirror and say, why did I get into this? What am I doing here? And why am I taking a moment of my life and either trolling people, speaking ill about people online, or joining this herd without exhibiting and expressing my own independent thought? It's just disgusting, Mike. So I do hope that you just keep your head down, lash back as you need to. You're very much like me in that regard.
I
And
mean, I'm laughing
trust
my
me,
ass off. The only thing that concerns me if I got that Will Henry Lange story wrong, if I put that out there and it's not true, I want to retract it, because
well,
like I said, I'm about honesty. If I make a mistake, I admit it, and move on. And like somebody said, there's been a few comments about it tonight. That's a
I
weird thing.
don't.
I've never seen him push back on that. That's usually if something is not correct, you see somebody push back on it. And that's been out there for a long time. I'm not the first one to, I used it from somebody else. JLR, I believe, was the one who posted it first.
I have no idea. Other
Yeah,
than I do respect that about you. If it's incorrect, it's incorrect.
yeah,
But
like the Tin Man show said, he's still a woman beater and an alcoholic who lost his license, so you can't really rely on him. I guess that's probably why he didn't correct it, because people would just point to the other shit he did, which is even worse. I mean, that's probably why, knowing him. But like I said, I would give him an opportunity to address it. I would even apologize to him if I got that wrong, because I don't like to report things that aren't true. Like that's a big thing for me.
yeah,
Yeah, Tin Man Show says he definitely has DUIs, but that particular article is not the glare. I didn't know. I mean, I'm gonna look more into that.
yeah. But
So
even if there's honestly though, like, can we do? I agree. Okay, I take no position on it. But can we agree though, if there are any DUIs in his history, if there are any, maybe he's not the right individual to be speaking out on the Karen
right.
Reed case. I mean, the
Especially
woman,
when he was drunk on that show. I mean, that was my big point of that show I did. Was
yeah,
here's a guy drunk on a show supporting somebody who's being charged with drunk driving. It's like it's not a good look. That's the last person you want speaking for you. Just like,
look,
come on.
I sat next to Will 3 times in court. That all three of them start in the morning. Court starts in the morning.
Mm,
He was he reeked of
of alcohol.
alcohol
Yeah,
before 10 a.m.
that's
10
right.
a.m. Okay? I mean, and it didn't stop. And the one time I had a trip that aligned with his, the one time that it actually was planned, the first time I went up in March of 2025, he was intoxicated the entire time I was up. And I did end up spending quite a bit of time with him during that trip because he was kind enough,
It's
so I
terrible.
thought, to introduce me to people and just make sure, that was a trip where I met Mark Betterow, I met Aiden, I met Meredith. I know I'm forgetting people that he introduced me to, but I had an opportunity to meet a lot of people. He was intoxicated or under an influence the entire time. In fact, when I met him, within 30 minutes of the first time I met him, he said, "Can you take me to a dispensary?" Like, I had just met him. And he's like, "You got to drive me to a dispensary." I was like, "Oh my God. All right. Okay." Why? Because I'm a nice person, not because I'm in it for clout. So maybe he needs to just do some introspection before he sits and throws shit at people. I mean, the petty streams he did as to Brian were unbelievable, unbelievably rude, short-sighted. Brian chooses to express himself in the manner in which he does. So, people shit on him because of his studio or his pocket square or the manner in which he likes to comport himself on shows. Let me say something about Brian LTL, whom I also consider a good friend. Brian, and I mean no offense to you, Mike, you all have different
No
styles.
offense. No offense.
Brian is the most fastidious and prepared
He
creator.
is. He is. He
I
spends
get,
so much time. He puts so much in. That's
yes,
the thing
and
I always say, like when I look at myself versus Brian. Like I don't really compare myself to other people, but when
right.
I'm around Brian and I see what he does, I'm like, this guy, I thought I was a hard worker, like in terms of like, doing 3 gigs and all that shit. That dude he really invests in this shit.
He does.
He's unbelievable.
But
He
that's
is
his
like very
style.
particular. Yeah, that's his
You
style.
know,
He wants it perfect. He
he
wants
pre-
it perfect.
he prepares very copious notes for his shows that he can be organized. He tries to keep them under a certain time frame to capture engagement and interest. I want to go on record saying I've never accepted a dime from any creator for appearing on a show. I have not received any derivative remuneration for appearing on any show. And a lot of people say, oh, he pays her to be a guest. No, that was Machado who felt that it was, that's her value for being on his show. Meanwhile, all she was doing was using him and you to learn how to do it so she could steal your ideas, gather up her intel, and then create her own channel and shit all over you. So, I am not perfect. I don't want your chat or audience, either live or on replay, to think, oh, Nan makes herself seem perfect. No, I have said some pretty unkind things about individuals, including weight shaming Jess Machado. And I just want to say on that point, I'm not proud of it. I used to be fluffier. But with that said, yeah, she hurt my feelings, so I hurt them back. Does that make me a bad person? No, it makes me a human being. But I will tell you, the reason I became an enemy of her was because she shit on LTL for like 3 months. 3 months. She couldn't keep this name out of her mouth on her streams. And finally, I said, enough. You have an opportunity to be a journalist here with your channel, and you're not. You're spending time doing show and tells and talking drama about people, and you're missing that opportunity. And the next day, my picture is her screen picture, and I'm public enemy number 1. So, I don't know if it's true. I happen to hear that she was demonetized. And if that's the case, it's my opinion, may not be that of this show, that I'm happy to hear that, because the fact is, people should not be profiting from talking shit or holding seances for people like me when I took a break from X. Like, there's a real problem there. You shouldn't have Horizon social charts or whatever the hell they're
I look
called.
some of these other people, Danvers State Hospital. That was the mental institution back in the day my parents worked at.
Oh,
That's what a lot of this shit reminds me of. When my grandmother worked there too. So what used to happen a lot is we'd go to Sunday school near where my grandmother lived, and we'd go to my grandmother's house, and then she'd drive us over to the hospital where my parents' shift was ending, and they'd drive us back home. So we used to
okay.
go up there a lot, and we'd sit up there sometimes and even interact with some of the patients. And it reminds me of that. Like a lot of these people, it's like I have flashbacks to Danvers State Hospital. I'm looking at some of the mannerisms and the way they act, and I'm like, these people back in the day, some of them would have been committed. Like they literally would. Things are so different now. It's okay. It's okay to be a crazy person in public.
We,
I like this comment right here from Tin Man Show. He says
I do
LT
too.
is a little weird, in my opinion. We're all weird though. We're all weird in our own ways. But okay, that's fine. He says that, but he didn't deserve to be bullied. 100%. He seems like a nice guy. He's just not my cup of tea. That's totally fine to having a taste opinion on the content and all that, who presents it. But that's the thing. LTL Brian is a great guy. Like I didn't know him at first. I thought he was the problem in the beginning. We had our backs and forth a few times with him. But
Yeah.
once I really got to know Brian is a winner, and he's a fucking great dude. He's a really nice guy. He really, and when he's your friend, he's your friend. He's like me. Like we're when you're friends with someone, you're friends with someone. It's not easy to become friends with us, but when you are, you are. Like that's Brian. Brian's a great fucking guy, and
But
he will go all the way for people. Like that's the thing. He was so generous to Karen. He's been so generous to Karen the entire time. She noted it. Like
yeah.
I thought I did a good job being, generous to Karen. She pointed at Brian and said, Brian's the fucking most generous. He's the guy who took money out of his own wallet and was buying me lunch, like Brian goes the extra mile. He's such a good guy.
Oh, I agree, but I agree. I also agree with your commentary about Tin Man Show's comment because I truly respect that. And Tin Man Show also put another comment up after that. Like, that's a healthy thing to say, if someone or
Totally fine.
if a
We all have
creator's
our
not,
different tastes. Some people
yeah,
might like an Emily C. Some people might like a Mazza. Some people like Mike Crawford, Young Jerks. We all
right.
attract different audiences because we're all different, So that's totally fine. Taste is fine. But like he's the important thing is he recognized the bullying, and the bullying
Yes.
was totally unnecessary, especially for Brian. Like Brian did nothing. That's the thing. And that's when you knew. That's when another reason why I got bothered because I realized what was going on at that moment when they started attacking Brian, and that was before the wiretap bullshit came out.
Well, I agree. And another comment about Brian, in that, Will likes to say, because I'm disgusted by the petty streams that he did for everybody, including you and also Brian and others. But Will likes to say, well, he talked a bunch of shit. We hated him because he was talking shit, and we know people were telling us. Let me tell you something. When I met Will, in fact,
shit.
before that, he talked so much shit about Brian. So now you're talking about late winter of 2025, when I first kind of became public from behind the scenes where I had been. Will went out of his way to dump all over LTL. But he doesn't mention that. He just
No, he
says,
talks shit about everybody. He's
right.
always
So,
talking shit behind the
you,
scenes. He's
you
a shit
know,
talker. He's the
there's
one who actually stirred the pot and all that. Like he definitely did.
there's a
And
line I
he's the one
can't.
who got petty about when people started their shows. He tried to point at Brian for being about that. The reason Brian was reacting is because he kept doing it to all of us.
Yeah.
He wouldn't announce when he was doing a show. He would let myself or Brian announce we're going to do a show, and then he'd start consistently 15 minutes early, a half hour earlier. He would wait to see when we were to announce our show, and then he'd be like, "Oh, that's when I'm starting. I'm going to start a half hour before that." Like every fucking time. And he stopped doing it against me because he was losing. Like that's the thing. Like I had Betero, so he was losing. He couldn't do that to me anymore. But that's what he did. He did that a lot.
Well,
And that's
and
when he got mad at me. That's when he got mad at me. That's when he pulled his first drama queen with me.
and that's the thing. I don't remember the quote exactly, but there's a movie that I think came from a book called Cold Mountain. It starred Jude Law and Nicole Kidman, and it came out in like 2002. And there's a line in that movie towards the end. It's a Civil War based love story drama where something to the effect of, Nicole Kidman says, you created this storm and you're blaming us for the rain or something like that. And the reason, and I've botched the quote, but what really bothers me is now that people like you or Brian has in the past or others have, and me, have decided to push back and say something and get a little petty, talk about drama, address it instead of ignoring it. Now, like the amount of people who come at us and say, see, you're spinning out, you're crazy, go log off, close your channel, log off the internet. That's absolutely ridiculous. We're just human beings who are meeting our quote unquote enemy on the same level that they've been coming at us, and me less, well, maybe more sometimes, but lesser than creators like you or Brian or others. But we're finally just we're not going to take it anymore. And I don't care what
Especially
anyone
them, because
says.
they're a bunch of lolcows. They live in glass houses. Like their lives are not good. Like it's like this is funny. When I say Danvers State, this is one of the people that if you look at their online social media profile and you're a family member of theirs, you might want to consider Danvers State Hospital. Like this is what they have for an audience. This is their audience. They say Naniel and Cryfart get mental health. That's a
Yeah.
projection, Noodles, mama. We've seen your social media. Like you're giving me flashbacks to when my parents worked at Danvers State Hospital. Danvers State Hospital, Noodles Mama. That's where you should. That's what. Unfortunately, we closed the mental health institutions in Mass because now we have people like you running around. And unfortunately, I don't think you have a family member that cares that even because you'd be getting help. Like we've seen your social media, and the funniest shit about this is when they come at us like that, and you look at their followers, and you're just like. They have to deal with that. That's who they have following them.
I completely agree. By the way, I just looked up the quote. I put it in your chat because it bothered me as an English major. I should have known that quote. But the thing is, like, we didn't create this scenario. This happened. This devolution of the Free Karen Read movement happened because of a surreptitious and unlawful recording of Karen Read. And what people don't realize, or they just seem to forget, is she's going to talk about this. It's going to come out someday. She's going to speak her truth, and it's going to look really bad for others. I don't understand this. And I also want to say the amount of time that, and I don't really like to talk about him, but the amount of time that TB spends shitting all over Meredith is offensive to me. Does it mean I have turtle boy derangement syndrome? No. It just means, like, move on, buddy. You've gone out of your way to disparage this woman. She's choosing to defend herself. She's bringing receipts. She's shredding every single narrative that you try to put out there with receipts, with help from others and support on social media. She's defending herself. And I can say this from personal experience. There are some on the other side who have decided to take this into real life. Real life. There are real life consequences to some of what's been going on. I mean, I've had people contact family members of mine. Thank God I work for myself. Otherwise, my employer would be called. I've had creators threaten to put billboards up in my town. I've had letters threatened to the bar. I've spoken to the bars that, meaning the licensing boards that license me, and told them, hey, this is what's going on. And they laugh, saying that's ridiculous. Like they understand that this is just drama. So the fact is, the other side seems to really take personally what's going on and all of this drama and vitriol, and then they tear it apart and throw it into real life. These are people who have no whatsoever concept of lines between social media and real life. Like it
What's
boggles
funny
my mind.
is they think it goes one way.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
like
think it
it's
goes
gonna
one
hit
way.
the other, and it comes back at them. I don't think some of them realize there's going to be a price to pay on the other side, which is
Oh, I
funny.
agree. And to anybody
You
who's
know, if they
wondering,
try to get a billboard in my town, good luck. They don't even let fast food in here. Like
yeah.
we're too ritzy up here. We don't allow billboards. Billboards in my town, bro. You're gonna have to come up with a different idea. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Billboards.
and that's the thing though. It's like the threats. I mean, look,
Yeah, I
there's
mean, one little guy just last night in a space because I gave him some mild criticism. He said that I was a dog that needed to be put down. Apparently, that's the quote somebody told me.
well, I texted you earlier, not too earlier. It was about an hour ago when I finally saw that was said, and I have to say, like, yeah. So now dog imagery is used for you. and it's used for me. You know, I'm
Well,
Cocker
that's okay.
Daniel.
You know why? Because I think dogs are better than them.
Well, that's true. I
Like,
just I just
like,
reunited with my dog Roselle after being on vacation, and you know, it's a good feeling. But the one
but
thing,
the put down thing. It's just like, who's gonna put me down, bro? Are you gonna put me down, like little guy? Like, what's he gonna sing a song about me? Like, what's he gonna do?
yeah,
I mean, he's basically saying I'm not gonna do it because I'm kind of a wimp. So maybe somebody else will do it. Like, is that what he's doing? It seems like it. Like, talk about like childish. Like,
well, and
it's like asking someone else to
seriously,
fight your. You know, this is the kids on the schoolyard who would be like, I'm gonna ask the biggest bully to fight my battles for me. Like, that's what you're doing. You're mentally ill audience member. You're hoping one of them does something crazy. Is that what it is when you
and
say
and
something like that?
And I mean, I'm looking at your chat, and you know, Noodle Mama is saying Naniel and Cry Fart. Like, get a
Oh
fucking
yeah, we got
life.
rid of her. She's on a timeout.
Is
She's
she?
hopefully
She's
she's taking the meds they give her over at Danvers State Hospital.
yeah.
Like,
Like, come on. Like,
I mean, have you seen her social media posts?
I have,
Yeah,
and
I wonder if some of these people, I always wonder, I'm like, is there someone at home that's like saying, you know what, we need to stop this shit. We need to, like, you'd think that some of these people need an intervention. Some of these people need a good friend or family member to step in and say, enough is enough, because you can see it in the social media. Some of these people are not well. They're just not well.
well, from what I'm observing and reading, and it's my opinion that many of these individuals don't have close connections with family. So I think that's a
That's
problem.
the issue. That's
These
the
are,
issue.
and I can say this to you because I'm not a creator and you are one. And I talk to good creators, and I consider you one of those. But the good creators seem to have healthy relationships with family and loved ones. And
Right.
when you start to think about some of the BS that goes on with the other individuals, you know, sitting in front of a camera, talking into a microphone to people who you have no firsthand knowledge of, no close familial or friendship tie to them. They stroke your ego. They pour gasoline on this burning fire that they have inside of themselves to just talk shit, be dramatic, tear people down, be a bunch of bullies. It's all an illusion. Like, I just want, I really want it all to stop. But I think you and I have kind of hit a point where we're like, well, we're not going to be quiet about it anymore.
No,
And
yeah, I'm not tiptoeing around them. I'm not gonna
no,
spend my life going to war with some kid in Worcester that like says stupid shit and won't back it up. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, that gets so fucking upset. He's so thin-skinned. I thought comedians were supposed to have thick skin. Like, I don't know. It's a
Well,
very thin-skinned. I was
they're
like,
one,
this kid's a comedian? Like,
they're,
my friends who were comedians, like, they'd be laughing their ass off. They'd be making fun of me. They'd be goofy. But he got like really upset. Like, he's really mad. Like, very upset. And like, apparently he even needed to do like his breathing exercises before because he was so triggered. And I'm sitting here like my blood pressure's fine. I'm laughing. Like, I don't know, man. It's wild to me. Like that. I just laugh now. It's just like,
well,
and I know that next week I'm gonna be like, even tomorrow we're gonna be doing the Karen Reed fundraiser.
is it tomorrow?
Thursday night. Yep, tomorrow's the fundraiser. Thursday night, I got a great guest. We're going to talk about someone who's in jail for a quadruple murder that he may not have committed. This guy was in prison. He knows both people. The person that may have done it that hasn't been, you know, and the person that didn't do it that's in jail. We're going to talk about that.
I
Like, I have
love
so
that.
many guests coming up, you know, Nan, and I'm going to have you back on the show. I'm going to have Judge Carol Erskine back on the show very soon.
Great.
I'm going to probably have Diana DiZoglio, the state auditor, back on the show. You know, like, I have so many guests, former FBI, former law enforcement, people like that, authors, journalists. I got my friend Chris Ferrone. I got to have him back on. He's covering some major stuff. Like, I have so many good guests lined up and ready to just, you know, pick a date. I'm not going
Yeah,
to spend time on that, but every once in a while,
you got to get a
during a
little
slow
petty.
day when I have anything booked, I feel like coming up, I might say something.
I
because
agree.
yeah, and especially now because I don't have that kind of anxiety about it. I'm not like all fired up about it. I just kind of laugh at them and I point out like how silly they are. And I gotta say, I just took that Galera stream down because
Yeah.
unlike them, if I'm wrong on something, I do retract and I do take shit down. And it doesn't happen often, but I thought that was all backed up. And that's my fault, especially considering I thought it was a pretty good stream. I thought I laid out a lot of things about Will. And now it's all going to get covered up because I was wrong about one key fact in it, if that story wasn't correct.
You
So,
might have been,
yeah, I might have been.
and if you were, I don't know how that works, but you can also edit
Oh,
parts of it
retract.
out. You
Yeah,
can,
and I
you
can just
know,
let it go. I mean, I said what I said. The thing is, like, I would retract it and take it back. Like, I never try to go at anyone with false info. That is like
right.
never. So
Well,
I didn't know. I'm surprised he hasn't like acknowledged it. Why would he put it behind a paywall? It's like that's something he should have said. It's weird. He's a
he
weird
he
dude.
he
He's
had
very strange.
he did not he had a public stream. I think I've lost track of days due to travel. I think it was last night. I listened to it today. Not proud of it, but I
Did he
did
deny?
listen.
Did he deny that article was real on that stream? Because I
I
don't
only
listen.
heard part of it, but he denied that piece
Okay.
of what you were streaming about. But notice the fact that nothing else you were talking about was denied.
Was
So,
incorrect. Yeah,
you
not
know,
about the roofies, not about the being drunk on the stream. Yeah,
of
I know, right?
course,
Everything else was true. Okay. Yep.
according to him, but you know, he's known as the Glyer, so I think everything has to be taken with a grain of salt. But there are many published things that are accurate and quite alarming. But nonetheless, you know, I think that's very admirable. If there's a part of your stream that may not have been accurate, you will take ownership of it.
Totally. I don't want to slime anyone with untruthful statements. That's not what
Correct.
I do here. I'm not like some other people that we know. Like,
Correct.
that's a big thing for me. If I find out different information, I correct it.
Yeah, which is one of the and the fact, like, even the guests you're talking about, like, that's why I'm going to continue being an honorary jerk in your chat. I love it. I love you. I love listening to you. I love the man that you are. I love all about this channel, and I love the chat. So, you know, it's just there's going to be ebbs and flows, peaks and troughs. You get a little petty sometimes, and sometimes it's all about putting out great content. But I think we can all agree that only one side of this chasm is creating content. So
George for being here. George Kiwi says the cope on this stream is unreal. George, it sounds like you're upset. Are you upset, George? George, are you upset? Like,
George
I'm
must
laughing
have
my ass
learned.
off. I have no cope. George, my life is great. I don't know what I need to cope with. What do I need to cope on with? That some clown from Worcester got upset that I said some shit about him last night? Like, what is the cope about?
Oh
That
no,
I had the
and
biggest last 2 years ever on social media in my life. I never even expected that I'm on house money. Like, what's the cope? That I have a great life? Like, what has gone? I haven't gotten fired. I haven't lost a customer. I haven't lost anything, George. There's nothing I've lost here. All I've gained is my dignity, my self-respect, unlike other people.
well,
So,
and
George, maybe you got the cold. Maybe you need to go to Danvers State too. Like
I think
some of you folks are like, you should be at Danvers State if you think that there's a cope on here. We're just having a rational, reasonable conversation about what actually happened.
well, look, first, I think it might be a female because it said Georgie Kiwi,
Oh,
but
whatever,
as far
Georgie,
as
whatever.
Georgie,
She needs to go to Danvers State, and I want to thank her though for being here. I want to thank her that she cares so much about us, that she's here trying to tell us how we feel. Like,
okay,
it's like that's some real fucked up craziness right there.
well, first of all, Georgie learned the word cope from Turtle
Yeah,
Boy, so
she's
I
been
mean, and
programmed.
probably
She can't speak for
and
herself.
and she probably fits the demographic that I am told is the majority of the audiences, which is probably some haggard woman in her 50 years old and up.
She likes
Um,
she likes the Hollywood what is it, the Hollywood housewives?
yeah,
She's like,
and
"Oh, stop it. You're so petty and mean. Stop it." She loves those shows. She's big into the royal,
yeah, and
the
I love it.
housewives of
Like,
Hollywood.
and I just turned 50 a couple months ago, and I will say this, like, to all of the haggard housewives out there, or people sucking the teat from the government and taking their funds to subsidize their lives, who couldn't possibly begin to compare to my physical appearance or
I know.
what
I
I've
got I
achieved.
got one I got one of these people who got really close to me, who had his account that just talks shit, calls me evil. And
Oh
like
yeah.
last one of our last interactions before all this was me sending her money. And I looked her up. I looked where she lived and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's where she lives." Like that makes sense. Like, and she sits there and talks about my life, like how terrible my life is.
Well,
And then I
just
looked
to
where she lived and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. No wonder why."
No, I agree. And by the way, I see your mods are removing the comments from Mikazi
Of
G,
course they do.
who
Oh, is Quasi G here? Is he clowning here?
let me just say this to him. I don't know if he gets timed out and kicked off your channel or his comments get taken down, but let me talk to you, Mikazi G. First of all,
Oh,
JFK's
he's a weird dude.
got the down low on you. All right. I've
I
been
don't even
listening.
need the down low on that guy. Just look at him on the streams.
Yeah,
He's a
I
fucking
agree.
weirdo. He's a
He
weirdo.
he is a
You are a
weirdo,
fucking weirdo, dude.
but he also to Kazi G, I am not a content creator. I am a viewer who on occasion gets invited to come onto streams, not because I subsidize these channels. I inspire people. I like to give donations. I have some disposable income and I spend it where I want. What I don't do, Kazi G, is kiss people's asses and you are a content creator.
Oh, he's a kiss ass too.
All
He's
you
another one who
do
doesn't believe in himself. He has to. That's the thing about a lot of these people who are little content creators. They're
you
not
know, he's
successful.
still got
They're
a
not good at it, and they don't think they can survive without kissing the tit of the
well, there he
of
is.
the
I'm
of the
looking at his
of the
chat. Don't
bigger YouTubers. That's what
don't
all it is. It's like
I'm
they're
looking at
just
your chat. You know, here, she just loves to talk about content creators, and depending on the day, will blow like the wind. You're disgusting. No, you're disgusting. And in addition, Magoo, I've
Magoo.
now I've laid
Oh
eyes
God.
on you. I think you need to worry more about yourself than what I'm doing. And why don't
Exactly.
you, instead of just wasting your time and spending it in Mike's chat for no reason other than to feed some evil beast inside of yourself, go find something to do. And I truly thought about 30 days ago that you were the smartest one of that bunch, but
Oh
you're
yeah.
not.
He's dumb. He is a
No,
dummy. He is
you
a
know,
real dummy.
you go and create some content that has nothing to do with Turtle Boy, Will, the chat rats, or Karen Reed. Go do
Yeah.
something that doesn't involve
He
any of
brings
that.
nothing. He brings nothing to the table. Zero.
Nope.
Zero.
Well,
Like he is like
he's
he's a
saying you
he
or I add zero.
yeah, he's a warm body. That's all he is. He's a warm body that might show up for Turtle Boy to boost his numbers on the courthouse
There you
stairs. That's
go.
all he is. That's what Turtle Boy looks at you as, bro. You're
Yeah.
just a warm body that could show up for a hearing. That's
Oh,
it. That's all
I
you ever.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And he's got apparently, I've seen the pictures. I'm just gonna say I've seen the pictures. So
Yeah.
I think he needs to worry more about himself than what you're doing or what I'm doing. I don't need
Yeah.
to add anything.
He's never
And
had any success like you have. It's funny as
oh,
hell. These
thank
people are
you.
so beneath you. They're so beneath you. Yeah, it's funny how they're all about free speech until we open our mouths and they're all upset.
Well, then, unfortunately, I actually have quite a bit of firsthand information concerning many of their trips to local police departments. It's very interesting what an attorney can find out. So these are a bunch of
Top
pussies.
callers. They're
Sorry.
all a bunch of. They are. Can you imagine you're about the First Amendment and then you go to the cops and you're going to threaten people with the cops and
Yeah.
that's what they do. They do that a lot. You notice
Yep.
that?
For asking
Causey Clout. Yeah,
questions.
I love this one. Causey Clout chasing turtle tit fluffer. I mean, that's what he is. That's what a lot of these are. Howie Carr calls them coat holders.
Yeah.
You know, he usually calls them coat holders for politicians, but that's what these guys are. They're all the coat holders. They're bend over and they'll take it right up the you know what. We have Steve here. He wants to come up. Do you want to bring up Steve or not? What do you think? Because I was supposed to
It's
go.
your
I want to go
show.
have steak. It's got to be
Sure.
quick. It's got to be
Sure.
quick. Steve, if you're gonna come up, it's got to be quick because I need to eat. I need to have some steak. It's getting late. I need to have dinner. I haven't had dinner yet.
Let the man eat dinner, Steve.
Steve, what's up, bro? You've been sitting there for a while though. I feel bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes. You're here.
I've just been waiting. You know, you guys have been
We could go.
going on and on.
Dan and I could go on for 2 hours. Doing
I
this.
know.
I know.
It was
We
comical.
just feed on each
Hey,
other, and they get all
I
mad.
know.
Like as soon as
They
we
do.
start
They
talking,
do.
the numbers go up. That's the fucking funniest thing of all. 'Cause
Right.
They sit there and say,
Right.
"You have no numbers." As soon as we talk about them, the numbers go up. I could do this every
know.
fucking night
I
and
know.
generate numbers,
Crazy.
but I don't
Crazy.
want to talk about them. They're a bunch of fucking
No.
idiots. But every once in a while, we'll
No.
juice the numbers.
Of course, but they're not really worth the energy. That's for damn sure. No, I just wanted to come up and say hi, Nan. Hello.
Hi.
Good
Hi.
to- good
How
to
are
hear
you?
I'm well, thank you. Well, and hey, Mike, look, I know you're hungry. I sent you that message on X. I know you got to eat steak now, but let's put in the schedule the time to get together and let's break some bread together, okay?
Ooh,
And we can
I'm
talk
down.
all things BSC. And
The hill?
one question
The
I
hill?
yeah,
Rolling
the
down
hill.
the hill?
Yeah. Yeah, I might have stumbled up or down that hill a few times.
I
in
might have
college.
brought some. I might have. Remember when we used to open the windows to bring in the beer to the back windows? Do you ever
Oh
do
God,
that?
yeah. Oh yeah. Thankfully,
When we
never
were
got caught.
underage?
Never
Yeah.
got kicked out. Yep.
Me
Yeah.
neither. I
But-
almost did. I almost got kicked out a couple of times for partying.
Okay.
Actually, It's
Okay.
funny. Go ahead.
The question of the night, though, Mike. The question of the night. Did you ever participate in the Hall-a-thon in Scott Hall?
No, I never lived at Scott Hall. Some of my
Oh,
friends
you
did.
were.
The
you were
wiffle ball
deprived.
tournament outside of Scott Hall, though.
Yes.
We-
Yes. Outback. Yes.
My boys,
Yeah.
my boys would always be in the finals. I would be like a semifinals. We had a pretty good team. It was like
No,
there'd be
the-
like 75 teams. You'd be playing.
Oh, it was
like,
insane. It was insane.
crazy.
Yeah,
was
it was
crazy.
insane. No, the holothon was one room had jungle juice and the other one had pot. So you just go back and forth between rooms, and it was just, come midnight, it was just the hall was just littered with bodies.
Yeah,
It's
we
insane.
definitely did a lot of the jungle juice, and I think I did get in trouble for some weed in the dorms. Actually, yeah, I did. The cops came, but the jungle juice, yeah, those. We
Yes.
got caught with kegs too. That was the other one. But yeah, it's funny, the guy who's the head trainer for the New England Patriots all these years later, he's still the
Yes.
head trainer apparently.
That's
Won all
amazing.
these Super
Yep.
Bowl. He was
Yep.
my suite mate at Bridgewater State. He's
No
the head
kidding.
trainer for the Patriots.
Mhm.
And we all went to J-Board together for a keg. He and I and some other people. We had a party one night. Jimmy's his name. He's the head trainer.
That's awesome.
Fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
He's gotten Super Bowl rings.
So
So
the
he's,
the
he's
one
probably the most successful one out of us all. The head trainer for the Patriots.
without question. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, listen, I just wanted to pop up and say hi, and again, I want to secondly, I want to appreciate the opportunity you gave me yesterday. It meant a lot. Appreciate that. I know it was probably a little heavy shit for your chat, but I appreciate the opportunity. And with that, I will bid you guys adieu. Go eat your steak. Nan, go get your laundry done, and I will talk to you guys later.
Have a good night, Steve. Thanks
Good
for being here.
night.
All right,
Bye.
be well, everybody. Bye.
Excellent. And Nan, do you have any final things you want to say? We got the trolls up here. I'm kind of enjoying having the trolls up here. They're Glare is on Rat House Media talking shit right now. Like they got them all fired up. Turn on all the shows, play it though. We got some new content. I mean, it's funny.
He can,
It is
yeah.
funny.
Let him talk more shit because he doesn't. I mean, none of them. They just don't. They don't create. They just tear it down. But no, it was great to catch up with you, and I'm just a phone call or a text away. I want to say goodnight to your chat and goodnight to Steve, and I'll see you around. Just keep your chin up. I think I got a notice I think I got one that JFK might be live now. I'm not sure because I saw him
Go
in your
check it out.
chat.
I'll be cooking dinner, eating my steak, and then I'll be in the JFK chat.
Yeah, I hope everyone
I
is.
got the beans steamed. They're already steamed. They're ready to go. Now I just gotta throw the steaks on the. Oh, I got the best steaks. I can't wait.
Oh my God. Well, I'll be there in about 5.5 hours. Keep
Oh,
one
you
warm for me. No, I'm
you're
kidding.
coming by for the steaks. All
I
right.
would, but no, I will
It's
actually
a
be up.
long ride.
I'll be up
Oh,
in a
they're
couple of
saying he's on
days.
with Static Selector. They're
Oh,
playing the
okay.
music. They go through the music. I kind of like that too. You learn about new music, discover some new acts.
Oh, I do. I love that. That's right. It's Tuesday night.
Yeah,
So,
the
yes,
Tuesday
he
night
does
show.
that with Static Selecta. Yeah. So I'll probably catch that too. But, just keep your chin up. And I look forward to more creative content from you. And I'll see you around, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you for checking in, Nan. I really appreciate it. Have a
Yes.
great rest
Good
of your
night.
week.
You
And I'll be hitting
too.
you up for another show soon
No
on
problem.
some
I look
true
forward
crime
to
stuff.
it.
Some true crime, non troll stuff.
All right. Sounds good. Good night, everyone. Take
Have a good
care.
night. Bye
Bye.
now. It's funny as hell how they all come out. They all come, all the mental health patients, all the ones that should be up at Danvers State, they all come out. McLean's, whatever we call it. I call it Danvers State. That's the place I know. They walking around. It's fucking like the living dead up there at Danvers State back in the day. They pick all their eyebrows and their eyelashes out. That's what some of these they're in here. Some of them are in here. It's calling us names. They're all fired up. Like, fucking devastate people. We gotta make a phone call. Hey, we gotta hit the payphone. Let them know Susie got out again. She got out. Susie needs to go back and take her meds. Like this one here. This one. Is one of them, or is she laughing that we make them cry? I don't know. Are you one of them or not? This is fucking funny. There was another one. Oh, here it is. Here's her. What a circle jerk the stream is. With Georgie, oh, she's the same one. She is. She definitely deserves Devastate. She needs to be. Somebody drop a dime on her. Send her to Devastate. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, I know. It's funny because my grandmother actually, before she passed, she lived up there. I'm just reading. I kind of feed off these trolls. It kind of makes me it makes me giggle and laugh how mentally we're in their head and how they just parrot. They're parrots. It's just like your mind is captive. Drink that Kool-Aid. Drink that Kool-Aid. Jim Jones said, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Shove that Kool-Aid down your throat. Oh, that Kool-Aid tastes good. The Kool-Aid tastes good. Turtle told me to say this. Drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, like that one. Like this is the thing. The Noodle account telling the Roundhouse chat how she trolled you, and they were all hyping them up. Like that's their level over there. They got Noodles, mama. They haven't looked at her social media? That's why they call her Noodles. A little wet noodle. Yep. And this is why they hate us. Because we don't have to kiss somebody's ass. We have conviction. We're strong enough to stand on our own. That's why they hate JFK too. They see him thriving. They see him getting the super chats. That's why he makes them so angry. They see he's making money and he's not kissing anybody's ass. He doesn't have to kiss anybody's ass. I don't either. New Hampshire dude 603 says, great chat, Mike. Love you, Nan. Love you more. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for calling in too. You want me to address? I've already addressed those messages I sent Aiden. I've addressed those texts. Those texts were about, I wanted to know if he wanted me to correct anything. because he was threatening to sue people. I was like, do you have anything for me to correct? Are you planning on suing me? Do you want me to take anything down? You know, the last message he sent me was all the ba 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 about you know who, and I didn't respond anymore. No, there was one thing I said maybe I wouldn't do again because it was too much, maybe for me, something I did, but it's not shitting on anybody else. Oh, you think I was doing some ass kissing? I don't think so. I don't think so. If I was doing some ass kissing, I would be like, "Oh, you're so right. You're such a victim, little boy." That's what I would have said. But I didn't say that, did I? If you really looked at the text with a critical mind, you would see that he was trying to win me over. Trying to get me to say, "Oh, she's crazy. She's wrong." Right? All right, I'm gonna go eat my steak. I want to thank the super chatters. I want to thank Jimmy for having a meltdown last night. Kind of put me in a good mood. I'm kind of smiling now. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm recognizing I'm back to my old self before all of this weirdness actually did affect me a little bit. Or I can just laugh the fools off. I want to thank our chat. I love our chat. We got the best chat around. I know JFK's got a strong chat. I love the Jerks chat too. I appreciate you so much. And thank you to especially my mods. So like Sarah. I want to thank Sarah big time. And all my mods. Yeah, I'm going to go enjoy my 8:50. I'm eating dinner at 9 p.m. There's something wrong with me. I'm going to eat dinner at 9 p.m. and I'm going to probably watch that Trump guy. And then I'm going to, super chat. There you go, Georgie. You get it. Yeah. Now you can go over the rat chat with the rats. I mean, what kind of show focuses on Boston and calls themselves the rat chat? Like, do you know what the whole thing about rats get stitches here? I mean, come on. Snitches get stitches. Steak and green beans tonight. And maybe I'll come back. I might even come back later. Who knows? I might. We'll see. I might do a late night show. I know I got support. That's why I'm here. That's why. Thank you, Tin Man. I was wondering about you. Seems like you are actually kind of a supporter. I know one thing you said tonight, which was, did I lose that one? Oh, I lost it. You said something about you kind of have to just expect it being on the internet. And that's true. That's true. There's a lot of truth to that. But you also, some of the shit goes way beyond. Like just when you bring in family members and all that other shit, I don't do that. You're never gonna see me attacking someone's family or their kids or their spot. Anyone that's not involved. That's like insanity to me. And going real world on this or having enemies. I don't have any enemies. That's the thing. I don't have any enemies. This isn't a war for me. You know. I just kind of like I'm just kind of laughing at it and laughing at the audience too. That like doesn't get it. Like this kind of stuff. Jay Brill. I'm getting straight threatened on X. Laugh my ass off. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I say Danvers State Hospital for these people. Because they throw out the threats. They literally like even that YouTuber and the spaces. He said that somebody should put me down like a dog. Like, are you serious, little man from Worcester? Like, that's the thing. Like, how mentally ill do you have to be to put that shit down on social media? Like, because it would be so easy to be a cop caller and be like, oh, press charges against him. That's like a real mental illness. I mean, for what? For what? Because he didn't like my little criticism. Oh, poor baby. It's weird. These people, some of them are really. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. We're all gonna die. What the fuck do I got to fear? I already had cancer. I already had a cancer that kills people, and I survived it. Like I'm on. I always say I'm on house money. I almost died in my 20s, from cancer. I'm on house money. And the last 2 years of the Karen Reed, I did well. I did very well. I'm on house money. I never thought I would do this well. I never got into it to do this well. So, like, I'm way ahead of the game. I could close up shop tomorrow and I'd be like, that was a good run. We made money. Holy fuck. That was wild. We helped Karen Reed. We helped some other people. We helped the workers. I got it. I got the Globe telling us that I started a worldwide workers movement. That happened even before Karen Reed. That's the thing. All these people, they're cop collars. They are cop collars. Like that's insecurity when you have to keep receipts of people that say shit about you, when you have to call the cops on them to try to set them up. That's some insecurity. That's like I don't have to call the cops on anybody. I don't try to get people fired. I don't try to find out who your girlfriend, your spouse is, your kids. I don't do that shit. You're not gonna find me having any pictures of anyone's family on my phone. I just don't have time for it. I'm trying to friggin' book my next show. All right, I'm gonna go eat the steak. I'll see you later. Maybe tonight. We'll see. If not, tomorrow night. Remember, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Be here or be at Calling All Beings. Either one. We're gonna be streaming the Karen Reed fundraiser tomorrow night. 7 p.m. Be here. Make sure you're here tomorrow night. Or, like I said, Calling All Beings, 7 p.m. They're gonna be hosting it. It's going to be streamed here, simulcast on the Young Jerks as well. Karen Reed fundraiser, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Be here. I'll see you there. Have a great night, everyone. Peace out. Thank you so much for the support. I love my chat. I love the chat. Yeah, you gonna call the cops on me now? Good luck. They already expecting your call. That's the only time I ever called the cops. Actually, is just to let them know that, dude, you could get some crazy calls. If you ever do, just let me know. That's it. I don't call the cops to like go after people. I just let them know there might be some craziness. That's the only time I've ever talked to the cops. All right, have a great night. I'll see you all. Have a great night.